landlubbers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking. And boy is everything tired. Which is weird because I've spent this entire week making a concerted effort to sleep more. And like, it's helped a little and also not helped. It's fun. We're having a fun time. Except that we're not. It's February the 25th, 2022. Yeah, there's like a whole world event situation going on with Russia and Ukraine, and it's all very like stressful and bleak. And you know, we hadn't really resolved the last thing that was stressful and bleak, that whole worldwide pandemic thing. It was like, I don't know that any of us are ready for this. I'd appreciate it if you don't. Which is like a selfish, short-sighted thing to say, but like, there's only so much that I am able to like just get by, and it is a tough time for that. It's already been a really bad time, and I'm not enthusiastic about the fact that it's like worse now. Hey Neko, welcome to the stream. On mobile, so you can't see anything other than frozen salute. That seems, I mean, in the scheme of things, that's pretty good. How are you doing, Neko? I do hope someday you get a phone or computer, or phone and computer, that functions like a phone and or computer should. But I don't mean to fixate on the bleak. I mention this up top mainly because my energy level may not be where it's normally at, because frankly, I was having a pretty bad... I was, like, dealing with some depression before the state of the world got worse, and it's like, well, you know what? That's not helping. It's just, like, these days, like, depression triggers are just, like, basically anything, because there's so little that I feel like I have control over, and, like, so little that works at all like I want it to. So, like, sometimes just, like, nothing happens, and I'm like, my world is shattered, yo. But you know what's always a good time? Even when I'm super mad at it, because I sometimes am. That's right, it's Super Auto Pets. You probably know, because whether you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube, I mean, the name's, like, right up there at the top of whatever you're looking at. It's, like, right there. So you know what's up. It's been like a few weeks, bordering on a month, since I've played this on stream. Not that it is a game that I've like committed to being like a Super Auto Pet streamer or something, but it may be worth noting because earlier this week I had the very exciting development that I finally saw Sloth, and by finally I mean I saw Sloth way earlier than most people see Sloth in their Super Auto Pets career. Because I don't actually remember what the statistic on Sloth is, but like it basically doesn't spawn even though it's technically in the game. And I was really excited about it because like I got it like reasonably early in my run, like before like tier 5 and like chocolate even could spawn. I was like, I'm just gonna like do my best to like win and also have like max level Sloth, because that would be a super nice achievement to have, because it's very difficult to get. And yeah, I saw one chocolate that whole game. I can even, hold on, I found this page in Super Auto Pets. It is history, no, not stats. I mean, stats has some interesting stuff on it that I didn't know was like recorded by the game. But like, yeah, check it out. The Leaking Carrots. 14/16 Sloth. It's pretty cool. Yeah, ended up on Dragon. I had to like pivot a few times. At a certain point I was like actually kind of trying to lose games so that I could have more chances to roll chocolate for Sloth, but I only got him up to 1 pip with the only chocolate I found, which was a little bit of a bummer. But you know, did at least win with Sloth, so you can see it there recorded for posterity or whatever. It's fun. Another one I was really excited about just a couple days ago. I had some like really grating like life homework to do, and so afterwards I just played a bunch of Super Auto Pets, like probably more than I should, given how much time like I have in an evening that's like a work night. But I got up to tier 3 cow and won that game, so now I got that ribbon. I gotta tell you, I think tier 3 cow is actually probably a little better than you think it is. It's much like cat, which I was also using in this build. Like, it's situational. It's not for everyone or every build, but like, if you have a food build going, it's not the worst to level up a cow. But like, you do kind of already want cat or something kind of similar. But like, I was pretty proud of this one because this team started off bad and looks bad on paper, but like turned out a win. That was pretty fun. But let's like actually play some Super Auto Pets. So I catch up with chat though. Neko says she spoke to the computer shop, but they're still having a hard time finding a graphics card. Yeah, I guess that's probably fair. The demand for graphics cards is still super high because of like cryptocurrency, isn't it? Also, hi Sarah, ahoy! It is a pleasure to have you here. Welcome to the stream, and I hope you are doing well. Yeah, I am aware, like, I know things about the expansion, even though I haven't bought it or played on it myself. I do know that if you get the hatching chick up to tier 3, then, like, its ability gives experience to the character in front of it. But, like, that's, like, a lot of things that you need to go right. I'm sorry you're not having a good day, but if it if it makes any difference, I'm having a rough week. So I feel you. I hear that. Now, horse and cricket are kind of friends with each other, but as I've played more of this game, I've been less impressed with what they do. Fish always good. You're ill? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it... What... What type of ill? I don't know if that's asking too much. You know, it's been a long time since I've been, like, properly sick with the whole pretty hard self-quarantine situation. I do leave the house, but pretty rarely and generally for things that, like, need to get done. But, like, historically, I have, like, a really high incidence of getting, like, sore throats under, like, any time I could get sick at all. It's like, and why not a sore throat also? And, like, I've become conditioned to, like, especially hate sore throats. It just, like, really bugs me more than it should. I say she's never had a successful time with hatching chick. She never finds enough of them. I think the trick to hashing chick is that, like, honestly, it's kind of similar to, like, something like cow or even, like, otter, where it's like, you kind of just buy it for, like, a temporary buff. I don't think you usually want to level it up unless you have a specific reason that you want to, or you're finding a bunch of them. Well, I'm glad it's not serious, but I am sorry that you have strep throat. I've had that as well. I know that's not a lot of fun. All right, chat. Chat. We get to pick now. What do you like? We could be the unsubtle, vivid, or broken, fusspots, pants, or nuts. I find that there are a lot of adjectives that pair well with pants. I don't know that I've won with a lot of those team names, but I think I had, like, unintended pants recently, and that made me smile. Broken nuts, you got it. I mean, sometimes you got a nutcracker and you're trying to do that, but if you're not trying to do that, it's probably a real bad time. Don't shoot my ant. Okay. Okay. You should win now. Excellent. Alright, fish good. Fish good. You know how it is. Beef is okay, but I'd rather roll for this reason, for ant and mosquito reason. I think the best combination of things. This might be wrong, but I typically would like to have the individual instances of, like, the double damage from 2 mosquitoes and the double buff from 2 ants. I think I like fish in the middle here. I sort of have this assumption in my head that, like, they have an ant or something at the front that's gonna trade with ant, and then like some sort of weirdness happens here, and then like maybe I need to clean up with a little bit of damage before I got my like real buff fish. Thinking like crushed peanuts, that's good too. It's like an ice cream topping or something. That's rough. I hope that it doesn't take the whole weekend to feel better. Because I respect the hashtag teacher life and how little time you actually get to begin with. Sheep! Sheep is not an exciting tier 3 to get off your level up, I'll say that. I've been like increasingly down on sheep the more I've played. It's in some situations sheep is like amazing value, being like basically a 6/6, but there's things like garlic which show up relatively frequently that sort of like really mitigate how much damage you get from each of the individual sheep, your first one and then the 2 rams that it spawns. I mean, I don't think we're making a lot of headway with beaver. I guess we take sheep for now. Uh, Pill's sometimes good when you have like leftover ants or whatever. But like it's probably a little early to start banking on that. We don't really have a direction yet. I mean, it's not I don't hate sheep. It is very cute. But like I mean, like I said, it's just like it I guess it's sort of high variance in that I feel like it's really good against some things and like really not good against other things. I don't really like a lot of what I've come across here. I could roll to find something better. Typically, I've come around on like trying to make the most of whatever you actually have available to you. So, like, meat on fish. Because it has relatively high health, and I probably would look to level it up to use its level up and boost everyone. I expect whatever is about to happen to look really awkward. Okay. Yeah, that didn't do anything, which isn't surprising. We take out Cricket without dying, which is nice. And then we trade for the fish. And then, like, we definitely win here. That's good. I got Sticky Bananas? That's a good one. That's a good name. Just crab. I think I would describe crab similarly to how Sarah described sheep, where it's like, I want to like crab because I think he's neat. But it's very rare that he's actually the thing I want at all. There has been a recent patch, and I haven't really tried everything that got adjusted. Peacock is one of the ones that got adjusted. I'm not sure I fully understand it, because I feel like when I read this, before it said like hurt, get +2 attack, and then that scaled with its level. Now it says hurt, whenever it gets hurt, gain 50% more attack. It works 1 time per turn. And like I feel like when I've played against it, it has triggered more than 1 time per what I expect a turn to be. So like I'm a little confused about that. There's like something I haven't fully grasped about it. And like maybe the thing to do is just try it, but like I'd really been kind of down on Peacock for a while. I played a lot of it when I first started and then realized that like the only real success I was having there is that like when I would take Peacock, I would work really hard to increase its health, and overall health is really good in this game and attack is not as good in this game, and that was just like it was like a stepping stone to like figuring that out, but then like the Peacock itself wasn't that impressive to me. You could cupcake and then crab, and that does give you like a pretty good like short-term bonus. You could like cupcake mosquito, and then you got like 7/7 mosquito, and then you got 3/7 crab. I feel like I like crab more when you already sort of have an engine going and you're increasing your stats on something when you're buffing something up. I mean, the cupcake trick works, but I feel like I like the cupcake trick sort of on top of that. Like when you have something that's already pretty good. Like 4/4 is like not that great of a copy. I think I'm just gonna roll these crabs. That's a very similar shop. It's an extremely similar shop, and I wasn't thrilled with what we had before. All right, well, I mean, let's see. If I kill one of the ants, because it doesn't feel like the game is going to give me an ant until I get rid of one of them, and then we'll feel bad about myself. So I could like do that and go down to 7. That doesn't really do anything. I think we're still just rolling. It does want me to have that crab. It's still showing me crab. Man, I'm just gonna roll again. I don't love any of this either. Uh, yeah, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pill one ant, and I don't love this sequencing. I'm gonna pill one ant. Alright, fish is like pretty good, I guess. And then, I don't know, put this bad dodo here. And then I guess I'll cupcake the dodo because then it gets big and then also gives more stats to something which I think is sheep. So it trades better with random stuff. This was not a good round. This was a bad round. That doesn't look good. Okay, that kind of worked out. This less so. Those sheep just kind of got wasted there. See, they have like a 9 health crab. That's like a way better crab than the like 7 health crab we were gonna end up with. Like 9 at this point I'm like pretty happy with. 7 spending 3 on a cupcake's like not that great. So yeah, that last year went pretty bad for us. And I mean Dodo's not looking very good. Ox is pretty good with sheep. I like where that's going. I like that idea. Because, like, if a sheep dies and it summons 2 guys, the initial death triggers Ox. And then, like, as the 2 sheep get, you know, attacked by the opponent, the second one dies and then powers up Ox again. It's, like, a fun little synergy. I'm just not, like, getting a lot here. I wish we had a pill in the shop. So I'm thinking of selling mosquito here. This probably makes... No, sheep's like good with ox. I feel like we kind of need that. Maybe I sell ant. Maybe just sell ant is fine. Yeah, sell ant is probably fine. Sell ant puts me to 9. I think what I want to do, I can buy like otter, which basically apples something, and then sell it, and then like buy an apple, and then just like have an apple. We got a tin of Danish cookies for 80 cents today, Neko. That's exciting. That is exciting. If I buy otter, then I'll still have like money to roll ones. Sure. I think I want to just like... there's that pill that would have been useful at the start of the turn. And most of these pets are not pets I like. I don't really like duck. Blowfish like never works for me. So I think what I want to do is like... probably like this. And then... I want to give an apple to either... ox or camel. I think it's slightly more useful on ox, even though, or on camel, even though I like ox more. I'm gonna freeze this pill because I mean it's good with ox. Because if you use pill in the store, if you put that thing in front of ox, you get like just permanent melon armor on him, which is like a nice bonus. I'm not currently in possession of something that's great to do that with, although it's kind of fun to do it with sheep, because if you pill sheep, then if you have a space for it, it makes 2 rams in the shop where you can sell both of them, and you make money. It's profit. Okay, so that works out pretty well. This doesn't work at all. Yeah. Our shops have not been what I would call good at all. Okay, there's giraffe. A little bit late. Also like just like a touch late to start working on dog. I mean, the most exciting thing I could think to do with dog involves like selling my whole shop and pilling the sheep and then like doing something for no profit. That seems really bad. Giraffe I like demonstrably like too much, but might be something that we need. It might be the hero we need. Get rid of this mosquito, which looks bad because it's one of our biggest units, but I think that that is indicative of the fact that this game is going badly more than it is that we need the mosquito.
Giraffe.
Alright, Giraffe, I'm counting on you. There's an apple, which, like, isn't that exciting. I don't think I would sell anything I have for anything I see in the shop. There's another sheep. There's a garlic. Garlic on the camel's okay. Not great. I don't think I want to level up sheep. I don't have anything invested in him, really. I'd probably rather, like, trade him out for something like deer or rooster. But generally, I would just say that this whole run is going extremely badly. And that I don't expect to get super far. We probably do want to just buy fish here. It makes everything better. Everything's better with fish. Whale. Whale with sheep's a little interesting, but it's also a little awkward because the whale eats the sheep, and then the sheep tries to make two rams, but like because the whale does that at start of battle, you like literally can't have space for both of the new sheep to spawn unless you're only running 4 total units, which isn't ideal. But you do still get like another sheep and the 2 rams that spawn from that. So it is not the worst. I might try to take him out next turn when I have gold to buy him. And I'm definitely freezing the snail because I expect to lose every round until we're dead. Hey Demolish, welcome to the stream. How's it going? It's going. This run in particular is not off to a great start, I would say. And I don't know, just lamenting that it's been a difficult week. Why did I pill mosquito instead of selling it? Because that triggers ox. Um, if you pill something in the shop in front of ox, he still sees the friend ahead faint, and he gets his like permanent attack bonus and like bonus melon armor. Yeah, we're just gonna lose every round, huh? That's all fine. That's fine. This round is going very badly. Oh, you know what? They also changed Snail, and I don't get this one. Because to me, I felt like Snail was in a really good place to be a catch-up mechanism for, like, exactly this type of run. That just, like, all the shops are bad, and, like, you don't get a direction, and then you just, like, run yourself into the ground. Um, but, like, instead of giving +2 attack and +1 health now it just gives +1/+1 to all of your friends. And it's, like, a lot worse. And I don't exactly know why they did that because it really didn't feel like he was like broken or anything. I don't know. So I think what I want, I think it's like time to move fish to the back, and Camel is still friends with fish. Fish. And then like I probably want to put garlic on whale. I mean my like big unit is currently ox, I think. But like it doesn't make sense to put garlic on ox because even if you didn't already have melon armor, when something dies, it'll just get replaced with melon armor because you can only have like one equipment effect at the same time. Um, this pair is good. I don't know who to put the pair on. The argument might be to put it on Ox because I think he is most likely to stick around. It might be to put it on Whale because he has a lot of health and he's sort of doing damage at the beginning. And there's also an argument to be made to put it on Camel because the more like power and health he has, the more he helps out his fish friend. But for some reason, I'm most inclined to give it to Whale or Ox. I try putting it on Ox. Frankly, we're gonna lose the next round, and it's fine. We're just gonna have a better run with shops and blackjack. So we're gonna have this awkward thing where I like eat the sheep, but it just makes a worse sheep. It's disappointing that the sheep spawned before the... Oh, well, they just sort of killed their whole team. That worked out. It wasn't so much that we won as our opponent opted to die, but we succeeded that round. Well, the problem is that, like... So here's how sheep works with whale right now. If I put sheep and whale next to each other literally anywhere in my team, I can only get one sheep to begin with. There's literally no way around that other than having 4 total units. Because the whale eats the sheep, and then there's no space for more sheep until something dies. But when whale dies, he makes new sheep, and now there's 2 spaces for it. So it's fine to do this. It just is awkward that you lose 1 sheep. But again, it's not a placement issue. It's just that, I mean, unless you really want both sheep and fewer animals, there's not really a way around that. This team looks like in the future is going to need a hard pivot, so we're going to buy some canned food so that the pets that we can buy are better. I don't really want any of these. Hey, it's Hippo. I do like Hippo. Hippo's like already technically better than Camel, and I like it better than Camel. That's really tempting, by which I mean I've already done that. I'm keeping fish for now because it's one of my biggest units, which is again an indicator that this isn't going very well. And right, I'm up to tier 4. Probably want like garlic or pear for Hippo. I guess I'll buy garlic. I don't actually think it's great until he has like slightly better stats. Let's see if this opponent also destroys themselves. It looks more like they're gonna destroy me with like a very good team, and my team is extremely not good. Okay, well, we take out that chick, but then like turkey horse sheep is just gonna like... Yeah, I actually survived that one. That's surprising to me. You know what? That was actually pretty close. I feel okay about that, despite that being a disastrously bad 3-win run. How about this time? This time let's attempt to, like, get animals that are good, and not just keep all of the animals from our first 2 shops. That's the plan. So I struggle with shops like this, because, like, Cricket's not great. It's, like, functionally a 2-3, but, like, it has some downsides of just, like... just dying awkwardly. Like, you trade your whole 2-3 for, like, a 2-2 if your opponent has, like, Mosquito or Beaver or something. So, like, I'm not a huge Cricket fan, especially without Horse. But, I mean, I do like Otter. But then, like, I'm in this weird spot where, like, I could freeze Otter and roll and then have to buy all the things in the shop. And it could be, like, 2 ducks. And that being said, I'm gonna roll it, and we're gonna buy everything in the shop, even if it's 2 ducks. That's a lot better. That's much better than 2 ducks. Now here's a fun game you can play with yourself while playing Super Auto Pets. You have 2 otters early. Now you could place the otter separately, and then the otter has a 50% chance of hitting Mosquito and a 50% chance of hitting Otter. Which, like, that's fine. But, like, if you want to be sure that you hit Mosquito because you want, like, one really big unit, you can just, like, buy the otter directly onto the otter you've already bought. Then you have 2 animals, but then you also, like, definitely have a 4-4 and a 2-3, which, like, draws with a lot of teams. It's mainly a question of, like, where you want the stats to go. And, like... typically after a certain point, if you plan to keep leveling up Otter, you do want to, like, stack the otters on top of each other. But this early on, it's a little bit different. We're gonna see how this plays out, just as an experiment, because I haven't had a lot of experience with this specific thing. So now we got a 2-3 and a 4-4, and like there's a reasonable chance I lose this, but like sometimes you just randomly win. Early rounds, that's kind of just generally true. All right, chat. We can be the overt, the desperate, or the fishy teapots, minerals, or parts. Is fish also a noun? Could you be the fishy fish? I would like that. I would like to be the fishy fish. Fishy parts. That sounds like some mermaid biology. All right, let's see how this plays out. It plays out extremely badly because that's a big... Oh, no, wait, it's a draw because we mosquitoed the correct target. Actually, I guess we could have mosquitoed the pig and actually won that. So that was actually, like, an okay result, which is a little interesting. Here I'm definitely just going to take 2 beavers. Because, like, now I have, like, 2 options for early level up, and that's really important to me, as I've discussed in the past. So now, Fish and Ant are both pretty good. Fish just has, like, good stats as a 2-3, and, like, leveling him up early is, like, pretty good. I think Singleton Ant might be a little better. I'll take that one. I found that, like, most of the time, I want to have my worst unit at the back, unless I have a reason not to do that. So I'm just going to leave a 2-2 back here because, I mean... 2-1 is slightly worse, but Ant also wants to not be at the back because he does something cool for his friends when he dies. He's just cool like that. Hey, we got the horse. That's good because we got a whole unit. Unfortunately traded there and our Ant didn't go where it could have done the most help. So, like, we could have won that, but we didn't. And this is not a great shot. So I could aggressively pill Ant here. Doesn't seem great. Really like to just level up a thing and get something helpful. Shops are not in my favor today. Okay. Wow, no, that's actually still bad. Because these are the 2 units on my team that I... would not immediately level up by having a copy of them. That exists. How about... I hate... This is really inefficient. I'm gonna merge the beaver and then, like, buy single ant. Because, like, worst case scenario, this is more helpful having 2 ant triggers than, like, 2 2-2s. I'm gonna freeze mosquito, and then we're gonna roll again. Now there's like 1,000 ants, and that's rude. That's a rude way to behave, game. So, guess I don't want repeat mosquito. Strictly speaking, I don't need 4 ants, because 4 is a weird number of ants, because it takes 3 to hit level 2. So I could just, like, freeze one and roll and, like, see if I get something else like duplicate otter or duplicate beaver for, like, a better next round. But kind of inclined to just, like, buy ant, freeze ant, so I just have the option to try and level up more ant. Even though it's not inherently great, it also acts as, like, an apple. Which is one of the things I like about just, like, early random duplicates, is, like, +1/+1 is, like, a relevant bonus. Like, one of the earliest foods you can get is just an apple, which is 3 to give +1/+1 to something. But, like, if you buy duplicate ant, it's like an apple with the upside that you're closer to leveling up. That said, I do not have high hopes about this round. Like, we probably should have won the last one, and we didn't, and now our team's a lot worse. And look at this. We got, like, a 4-5 fish and a 3-5 crab, and, like, another 5-5. There's just no way. Wow, our ant luck is not especially good. We've drawn twice and lost once? Yes, good start. Okay. Badger's, like, not my favorite, but Badger can get us to 10 draws, which isn't at all the goal, but, you know, it's better than, you know, 4 losses or whatever. Um, is there a reason why I would want to level up the ant more? Yes, because my team is bad, and it's honestly one of my better units, and that's upsetting. Well, almost level 3. That is technically something. I think I'm okay with this configuration. It'd be nice to have some honey for that badger. I do like, I forget what the name of this hat is that someone requested at the end of the last Super Auto Pet stream, but it does kind of look like a conductor hat and does feed the narrative of Ant Train. Hey look, we accidentally won a round while I wasn't paying attention. That's exciting. Okay, I can level, okay. Beaver! Alright, early Rooster's like pretty good. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell Otter, because I haven't gotten another Otter, and so I'm not getting cool double Otter bonus. I'm gonna buy Rooster, because he's just, like, generally pretty good. And then I'm gonna sell my 4/4 Beaver, because when you sell him, you get some health buffs, and one of them goes on Rooster, and that's cool. And I'm gonna buy Giraffe, because I still think it's early enough for Giraffe to be good. And like Rooster is a type of unit that like specifically gets better just like the more stats it has. I mean, like, all units are better the bigger they are, because at the end of the day, like, bigger numbers usually win out over like pet abilities. But like the Rooster's ability also scales with how big he is. Yeah, I really want to put Giraffe on the soundboard. I don't know if that's useful to anyone, but I want it there. I just keep, like, not doing it. I had, like, a really busy week, and I didn't get done everything I wanted to get done. Now, part of me wants to keep this pill because I'm in this, like, weird, like, gray area right now where, like, I'm not sure that I actually want the ant long... I mean, it's still one of my better units. I can't realistically pill it. That seems really bad. But, like... I'm not sure if I want to get it to level 3. I don't know if that does anything. Turtle. Turtle, like, never works for me, but I still love Turtle. I think the best thing we can do with our money is Honey Badger. So the nice thing about Honey Badger, as, like, sleazy as it is, I think some people consider it that. I mean, it's a legitimate strategy, but it feels kind of bad to lose to it. Um, but like Badger often leads to draws, at least at this sort of point in the game, because like when it faints, it deals its damage to adjacent pets, and if you put it at the back, basically what happens is like it attacks into something, and if that's still their last unit and it barely hung on, then he like faints and knocks it out, and then you have a B left over at the end, and so you win. Um, so it's a way to win draws, which is nice, but some people frown on it, I think. Wow, our rooster survived that? That's so sweet. This is not. Except, Honey Badger win. We shouldn't have won that, but we did, because you put honey on our badger. It's strategy, sort of. So, I mean, at the moment, I'm still pretty happy with Giraffe. Ant's, like, still, like, pretty big. I don't think we're quite at getting rid of it. Mosquito could go. I think I'm still on Honey Badger for a minute. I mean, I just invested some more in him, and, like, our team is really mediocre. I'm just trying to figure out, like, where I would improve the team. I guess I would like a rabbit, and then I would just, like, buy some food for Rooster and try to make, like, Rooster our big boy. We don't have that. We have, like, Camel I'm not super excited about. Camel wouldn't be the worst here to just, like, give some more stats to Rooster, but I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference. I think I'll buy Turtle. Just, like, put Melon Armor on Big Rooster. Maybe that's not the worst. I think I want to do that right away, because there's, like, certain things I might buy in the interim? Oh, it's like mostly just beaver, which isn't that good. Let's just roll first. I'll hold on to the turtle for a second. I mean, leveling up the badger isn't the worst thing I could do. It's not exciting, but it is doable. Now I could like kill the ant and then just like buy turtle to replace it. Alternatively, I can sell mosquito and like buy turtle and roll and buy a food. Probably slightly better. Garlic armor is definitely worse when I just bought a turtle. I could put the garlic on like giraffe. I mean, it's probably best on ant. I'm still just not sure that I want ant long term. Like, it's not scaling, and I have a better target to scale. But I've been losing a lot, so I should probably just like do the thing that wins now. We're trying to make this a big rooster, and we're slowly getting there. That didn't go great. So our opponent's making use of the new rat. Wow, this went like so bad for me. But we still win. So the new rat, I don't think I've actually seen new rat leveled up. I didn't realize it could spawn multiple rats. But now, rat spawns dirty rats at the front of the enemy team, which is good for, doing stuff, like we saw our opponent use, Peacock there. And, Peacock has a hurt trigger, and so, like, having me spawning a bunch of 1/1s on my side is good for them. So, like, that's, like, kind of a cool new thing that Rat can do. I haven't messed around with it too much. Like I said, I haven't seen it leveled up, and I didn't realize it summoned multiples, which is definitely more interesting than what it used to do. Yeah, Honey Badger's, like, kind of OP, but only up to a certain point, unless you start investing in it. It feels really weird to, like, invest in it. They also nerfed Swan. It had been like a 3/3 for a long time, and now it's a 1/3. So it's definitely worse. It's still playable, but like now you have to like actually kind of want the money or get it early enough that you can like scale it up early, I think. I've had like limited success with it so far. Dodo and Rooster kind of play nice, but that's not really what I'm looking for. Well, I can level up Ant. And that'll get me a tier 5, and that might be interesting. Rhino, huh? I kind of want to sell Ant here. Let me think about this for a second. So, I could freeze Rhino and maybe Turtle. And then roll, which would put me down to 4. And I could actually roll again still to see if I get like... Well, the first roll would be helpful for Pill or something. I mean, I just bought Ant, but like it's like a 7/6, which is like fine. But the main reason I bought it was to level up Ant to 3 so that I could get a look at a tier 5. And like an early Rhino is like way more appealing and like has almost the same stats as Ant. Granted, the Ant has this garlic that I just bought. I realize that looks kind of stupid, but like, I mean, I really have to plan ahead because my team has not been scaling very well. And I think like long term, Rhino has like way more upside than Ant. So I want to like pivot to that, uh, like early. Isn't ant better than giraffe? In terms of numbers, I mean, like, giraffe's the only thing I have going for me that increases my team's overall ability to battle the other team. Granted, I overvalue giraffe, and it's possible that I should still just sell the giraffe here, but I would like to find something that's, like, helping to improve it's like something on my team before I get rid of giraffe. I don't want to only be leveling up my characters based on like whatever food is available. So I'm gonna roll once. Now, see, that roll changes things a little bit. That's interesting. Because now I do have a level 3 in Ant, and if I take Bison, it's still like relatively early. So like Bison will scale to get pretty big as long as I keep a level 3. So now Ant seems more valuable than in the vacuum that we were discussing before. That's kind of a question of like, does the Rhino still do anything? And does the turtle do anything? I think maybe I'm supposed to sell giraffe now and maybe not keep the turtle long term. I mean, I like turtle more than I should. Turtle has like different applications. He does something really cheeky in the like paid expansion. But like if we're just talking like basic super auto pets, his main uses are like if you buy one early and you like find a pill, then you can like have early permanent melon armor on like one of your units. And if you do that with something that's like pretty big, that can make a big difference. Um but like that often doesn't come up. The other thing that it does, like there's sometimes where just like in the late game you just want to throw a turtle in because you're sort of like buying and selling stuff to various reasons and you just need something to fill out your team for the turn and then like a pet that like gives one of your dudes melon armor is like a pretty good just like 3 gold investment for the one round and then you probably sell it again and do something else. But like a leveled up turtle can be interesting because it gives like melon armor to multiple units, but like that's also a thing that doesn't come up all that often. I'm still in search of like a tier 3 turtle win at some point. My main question is like, do I get rid of turtle now? Because I want to buy bison. Because my team is not great, but like bison with one of my currently stronger units being a level 3 is not terrible. But like, I mean, there's 2 questions here. Is turtle or giraffe more valuable? And do I still want rhino? And it's tough. I definitely don't want the frozen turtle, but I'm not sure that turtle's my worst unit. I mean, it's probably good to keep buffing the rooster. I mean, the rooster's like currently my best unit. Let's just keep what is strong for now, and then we'll figure out if something needs to leave later. The giraffe's gonna keep buffing rooster. Bison will get itself bigger. Ant just exists. And then I guess I don't want rhino because like other things are filling that role more or less. There's another rooster. That's a good roll. It's definitely too late for rabbit without something else going on. I don't think canned food is super useful to me right now. People in chat are saying they think they're bad at this game because they just want all the cute animals. I mean, like, most of the animals are cute, though. That's the thing. Also, I have this obsessive need to ruin, like, everything by analyzing it strategically because I'm a monster. This is some big... Oh no, we didn't successfully kill their horse with our badger, and so we died. Yeah, our team's still not great, huh? Okay. So I want this rooster. If you level up the rooster to level 2, then it starts summoning more roosters when it dies, and that's cool. I think those are two different categories. Neko asks, what do you think is the cutest animal in Super Auto Pets? And the cutest that also wears hat best? I think wears hat well and cute and like maximum cute are definitely different categories. No, I really like giraffe. It doesn't wear hat especially well. As you can see, his face is sort of gone. I don't know, I haven't given as much thought to like who wears hat best. Giraffe definitely makes best noise. It's really hard to argue that. I mean, most of them make normal noise. And then my team consists of like the two outliers of Badger, which makes bad fart sound, and Giraffe that makes the best sound. I kind of like the way Turtle wears hat, even though it's not correct, because it's like on top of its shell. See, like here's the thing I don't like about this recent nerf to Snail. Is that like it feels like it should make sense to sell Giraffe to buy Snail and give my whole team a bonus instead of just one pet. But it's only a +1/+1, so like even though it helps like all my pets, it feels bad. um I think statting everyone is still good though. I think I am gonna sell Giraffe for Snail. I'm gonna freeze here, which is like a pretty good, just like random inclusion. It might be best to buy this garlic for someone. So I'll think about both of those options. Nice to see another rooster. I guess I can roll again if I intend to. No, because if I'm buying food, I have to do it now. So do I want the garlic on bison? Yeah, I think so. I think I actually do. I think I want this. I know snail is bad, but snail just is bad. I'm not gonna hold on to this.
Daddy does not approve!
Big Chat disagrees with the play to keep Snail. Although luckily Snail didn't have to fight. It's weird. It's sometimes weird how like sometimes your like previous round opponent will just like destroy you and then your next round opponent will like be worse than you are. Sure. And I realized like the whole point of this matchmaking system is that you can't guarantee that your opponents will always be harder.
Babe.
But like sometimes it's like, oh, but like I didn't even get close to my last unit. We did get cow. Cow is great. Let's buy cow. I think where I'm at is that I'm gonna let Bison level itself up, and I'm gonna help Rooster. I'm gonna try to have 2 good units instead of like 1 max unit. They offer like different types of rewards for being big. Bison just get big, and Rooster like goes a little bit wide. So I think it's like a good hedge for the fact that other people are better than me. I'm not seeing a lot of, outside of ant, duplicate animals to level up on. There's a high chance that I sell this cow, but I don't see anything here that makes me want to do it. Dolphin's an okay throw-in. But, like, I have more rolls. Maybe I freeze Dolphin. It's, like, pretty good. Stats are also equivalent to cow, but it, like, does something in battle. Oh, man. I guess if I sell cow, I get one more roll. Do I want any of this food? I mean, I'd obviously rather get, like, rooster. Or even badger, for goodness sake. Because, like, level 2 badger does more damage when it dies. Might be helpful. If everyone else is better than me, which they seem to be. Yeah, let's just roll. More duplicates of dolphin than of, like, things I actually have. So let's sell cow, buy the unfrozen dolphin, because I still think it's the best option, and then feed rooster. My team is just, like, super medium. But maybe the dolphin, like, shoots a thing that's good. That helps me do good. That helps me good. Ow. Alright. I can't decide if that was great for me. That wasn't. That was okay. That was pretty good. I think we're gonna win this. That's like a lot of stuff to come out of that sheet. Haha, barely. Okay, my team is still bad. That's fine. Okay, so we have chocolate and cow. We have, like, things. Scraw. So, I mean, obviously chocolate's probably most immediately useful on Rooster. I think the thing I would most like to level up is Bison. But I can't really freeze if my intention is to sell Dolphin, buy cow, use that milk. But maybe I don't do that and just try to level up Dolphin, but I don't think that's correct. So, I mean, it's also true that my team is bad. We've established this by having bad results. So I think I am just going to level Rooster. Get Fly. I mean, the flies are 5/5s. Let's sell Dolphin, buy cow. Level Rooster. It's just like the most awkward way to level a rooster up, but I mean, we're getting somewhere. I'm not actually sure what's better for me, fly or dolphin. They're both good, like, throw-ins, by which I mean anything that you can just buy and add to your team and have, like, a relevant effect, like, right away. Sort of like a throw-in. I mean, this basically adds, like, 15/15 of stats to my team, which, like, honestly, I mean, I probably just need that. That's probably better. Though, yeah, it doesn't help me to sell buy. That doesn't do anything because there aren't any, like, duplicates or anything that are relevant. This shop is bad and it should feel bad. And yeah, that hasn't changed. And I get one more because I'm gonna sell cow for fly. And now is, like, all of the things that I want, like, all of them, all in a rocket can, and just none of them were here on time. So instead of this being a great round, it's a mediocre round. So I think I'm going to buy a fly for now because, well, maybe leveling up the badger is better, but I've already sold it. So I'm just going to keep both of these and this chocolate, and we're just going to level everything up and hope that our lives get better. Hello, welcome to the stream, Cat. How are you doing today? Or tonight, or whatever. How are you doing this time? See, my opponent also has an awkward level 3 8/7 ant. Hey, that fly traded with something. I already feel pretty good about buying that random fly. This is less good. But overall, we win. My team is, like, a disaster right now. Like, look at this, like, not strategy I have going on. It's, like, really... It's a real junker. So we're definitely leveling up the bison. That should do, like, a lot for us medium long term. There's Snake. None of my units is, like, good enough to live long enough for Snake to be good. So I don't think we're gonna invest in Snake right now. It's most likely that we will roll, find nothing good, and level up Badger also. Correct. I don't think we're in a position to Leopard. Probably. This isn't good. I just can't stress enough that none of what's happening here is particularly good. The buffalo or the bison is relatively self-contained, but like most of these units don't really work together. It's just like a pile of animals. It says his managers cut his shift today. The response was to call another manager and get HR permission to work in their department. That's interesting. How did that work out for you? Did that end up going the way you wanted it to, or did they find a way to make that like more of a problem? That's a big crab, huh? But I have chicks. I guess it's Easter. Look at all these chicks. How do I have so many wins with this just super awkward team? So this is a little interesting. I could sell the badger and like go classic turkey fly strats. Because like turkey gives, what do you currently do? +3/+3 to any units that get summoned. So like a bunch of like 8/8 flies come out, and like overall it's just like a big boost of stats. Plus it makes the chicks I'm getting from the rooster dying better. But that's so like, I don't, is that more or less annoying than winning with like honey badger? That's the name of the game, right? Super awkward team? I mean, the way I play, you would think so, probably. That's a good sign. Other managers in the department your shift was cut from are upset that you got cut. So it sounds like you have support from mostly everyone except your direct boss, which sounds like working. But like, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that, and then you have to like work around them because that's like a step you shouldn't have to take when you're already doing your job and doing it well. So I'm sorry you had to deal with it, but I'm glad it sounds like it worked out okay. Um, I kind of like Dragon. I know, like, for a long time I would just meme about how every time I, like, tiered up to 6, I'd get Dragon, it didn't do anything. Yeah, I do like feeding Rooster here. I'm mostly undecided about, like, Badger or Turkey. Because, like, Turkey, like, actually does synergize with, like, 2 of these things, which was, like, a whole unprecedented realm of discovery for this pile of animals known as the fishy parts. We love the Badger. Honestly, there is a part of me. Here's what I'll say. There's definitely a part of me that wants to keep the badger. I think it is correct to take turkey. And therein lies the dilemma. I mean, I'm gonna, like, just eat. Just eat it. I mean, like, the rooster's been working out for me. I feel good about committing to the rooster early. We like the do-good play. That is good. Okay. I guess some extra gold. I don't know what that ends up doing. Melon armor, you say? I think I like melon armor on Rooster. It's probably a little better on Bison, but he already has like a thing. So I'd probably rather like help out Rooster first. There is an argument to be made for buying mushroom for turkey. There's stuff like crocodile and dolphin, which under our current circumstances would try to kill the turkey before the round starts, and then we don't get any bonuses from it summoning stuff. I think that's a little better than the melon armor right now. It's close, but like Rooster's like kind of holding its own, or has been so far. I think it's more important to just like make sure turkey does anything. We'll see how that plays out long term, though. Okay, so this sort of works. I break his melon armor. That happens for no particular reason. We're both doing fly stuff. Oh, that's a big shark, huh? I don't like the way that looks. That's not great. Could you not? Oh yeah, I have like a bunch of units. It's actually fine. So that happens, and then the flies trade, and the turkey and the straw. It says, I'm glad I managed to accidentally end up on good terms with practically every shift manager and their superiors where I work. It doesn't sound like that's an accident. It sounds like you're good at your job and you're doing it. And, like, some bosses appreciate that and some do not. And sometimes those people work in the same department. Level up fly. What actually does the level up fly do? I'm not sure I've done that. I assume it gives you more fly. No, they're bigger flies. I think I have done. I think you get 10/10s. That's like pretty good. I'll do that. Let me do. Buy the melon first, then roll. Well, I was gonna say because there's more chances for chocolate to get bigger flies, but you can just give me a fly. I accept that. Still, leopard's not happening. So like that was like it was like maybe the first shop all night where it's like, oh, exciting, the thing I wanted. Like that worked out. We might want to find like a 1-up or something for fly. But like this, I mean, we're getting somewhere. I mean, we're also at 8 wins somehow, which like much of this run has been sheer nonsense, so that is pretty remarkable. And also our lead unit has been 8-7 garlic ant for like most of our lives. Don't do that. It's rude. I mean, I don't like that that got real big. This team seems like really well suited to ruin my day, but I think we're through the worst of it now, so we're probably fine. Okay, well we're close now. So what are we looking for? Stuff that specifically helps Rooster get swole is good. Another like 1-up or like maybe melon armor for fly is good. I prefer 1-up, I think. Pizza and sushi are okay. Yeah, more turkey would be good. It's a little tough to level them up in 1 round, but we do have at least 1 loss to try that with. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go in on the melon armor for just like a little protection there. I don't think we're gonna hit level 3 bison. That doesn't seem realistic. There is pear. Let's freeze pear and like roll until we're down to 3. We don't see anything that we want. No, not you, bison. So I'm just gonna give this to Rooster and hope that's enough. And it's a pretty good rooster, and we got like turkey power. And you know, like bison's we're definitely gonna hit like 50/50s this round, right? That actually looks doable. I don't know if that's correct, but it looks ooh. That's a high level skunk. All right, flies are doing their job. This all worked out. It's not. I mean, I'm always proud of like janky wins over like good wins. Granted, turkey fly is like historically one of the most obvious combinations in the game to make, as is likely bison with level 3 literally anything. But like we took the scenic route to get a win here because like we did not have synergy until round like 11 or something, and like it was sort of like anytime I have gold for food, I'm just gonna give it to Rooster and hope for the best. What are we up to now? I'm getting like kind of close to buying like background or poop hat or something. Okay. Fish in honor of the fishy parts who just succeeded. And some garbage in honor of I don't like this shop very much. Guess I got a cricket after all. Alright, chat. Are we the backwards, the flexible, or the flopping, which are all very good? Chipmunks, cucumbers, or hipsters? I gotta say, there's one of these adjectives in the top row that I pretty much always take. Ooh, multiple, almost simultaneous votes for flexible cucumbers. You know that's happening. I mean, off to a bad start, though. I'm not exactly sure what I hoped to see. It wasn't this. Yeah, that went bad. Great. Yeah, more crickets I don't want. That's a thing you could do. And then I don't. Oh boy. Okay. Here's what we will do. Emerge. So you can merge the crickets first and then buy the otter, and then you're less likely for the cricket to get hit by the buff. The question is, where do you want the otter's magic apple to go to? And I feel like the answer is not cricket, but by merging the crickets, you sort of lose out on the implied stat of one of their crickets when they faint. Okay, thank you for the 50 or the 45 dyslexia time. The 45-month resub, much appreciated. Now go use. Thank you for attempting to watch with no video. It's like a podcast where hopefully it makes sense what's happening most of the time. I think I'm just gonna buy Otter. Yeah, I mean, it's not what I want. But then I guess I will. I guess I just have a big cricket. I don't really want to merge them. I feel like it's worse for me. So my team is just bad now. But 3-4 crickets, so there's like that. Does that do anything? Resounding maybe. That's not where I wanted that to go. And this also, yet again, looks like it has matched up poorly. And then we lose. Okay, great. Definitely losing early. Definitely have not had good shops again. Well, I mean, that's something. Megazord cricket. Okay, rabbit. Early rabbit's not terrible. None of this is food I'm excited about buying. I could roll to try and get better food, or I could just... Here's what I'll do. I'll hedge. I'll freeze this cupcake because it's like a valid thing to do to try and win around, because we're not doing that. But we can also just, like, get apple, I guess, just because it's permanent. There's not a lot of great food options available this early, to be fair. Sure. It's just a very big cricket that I guess I'm committed to. Maybe I should have fed that to the rabbit. It just makes it a 3-3. Rabbit has some chance of staying long term. Nothing else here really does. Oh boy. Oh boy. This one we could win. We could win this one. Yeah, I mean, like, just big boy cricket literally took all of them out. Yeah, that math tracks for me. It's just another cricket. Here's what I think I will do. SL Beaver. Buy additional cricket. I can merge it if I want to. It is my big boy unit right now. So it's like more likely to stay. I don't know if I'm actually trying to get to level 3. But a fun thing that you can do is, like, if you're looking to hit level 3, or think that you might, if you get one version of that pet up to level 2, and then start a second one, if you get them both up to level 2, what happens is, like, your second one hits level 2, and then you get, like, a pet of the next tier up. And then, if you merge them together, you get another level up tier. So, like, it's an option for getting more looks at higher tier animals. There's a lot of times where it's just easier to stack one up to 3, but like you get some added benefit for splitting it up if it works out that way. There is... He kind of wants to feed honey to rabbit. Can I do this? I don't know that this is actually very good, but it gives him more health, and I have B at the back. Yeah. This isn't great. I will freeze an apple here. I could sell Otter, who, like, bite itself is really bad. Actually, I think I will do that. Because, like, Swan, like, literally has better stats and generates gold for me. So, like, it feels like a pretty strict upgrade. I'm gonna keep the apple frozen for now just because I have rabbit happening. Yeah, this all seems fine. Gotta keep the apple. Got a 5-8. Those are some pretty big fish. See, they're doing the multiple tier 2s and then merge them to tier 3. Like, they're doing exactly the thing I was just talking about. Luckily, we have a very big cricket, and so far it's carrying us since we did that thing for reasons. I don't yet know what the reasons are, but we've done it for reasons. So here, I'm going to go for the sometimes advisable, definitely random double rabbit strategy. Now, this is separate from the thing I was talking about before, where, like, maybe I just want to level 2 stacks of crickets and then merge them. Here, if you have 2 rabbits out, then, like, both of them will see pets eat food, and then whatever eats food gets double bonus health. It's basically like having a tier 2 rabbit. So, it seems like a good call, I agree. It's a little awkward, but, like, it definitely works good in the short term. Now, I think I'm just gonna roll here. I could, like, buy apple, like, merge rabbit, buy another unit, but it's gonna be, like, elephant or snail, and I just don't. There's another cricket. I mean, progress of sorts. Want to do that? Yeah, I think I want to do that. And then, where's a snail here? I'm gonna keep this apple and look just like an absolute embarrassment. Ox wouldn't be the worst with these crickets. That might be worth holding on to. My team is very odd. It's not bad in the same way my last one was. It's probably not advisable to do this, but it's not bad. Third rabbit I will definitely freeze. So, what I actually want to do next turn? Like, sell Swan, buy rabbit, buy apple to give something triple rabbit bonus, then, like, merge some number of rabbits, buy ox. Oh no. I guess she's not feeling good after eating lots of biscuits. Thought more would make it better. I mean, I would be absolutely lying to you if I said I didn't still routinely do that as an adult. Be like, I don't feel great. What if more candy? And weirdly, sometimes that works. Ow. We still survived that despite their whole, like, backup team trying to make that a problem for us. Unfortunately, the rest of our units aren't very good, and so we will definitely lose this 100%. But we did have a frozen snail, so that could be, like, worse. I don't actually know if that fits into our budget, though. I do think it's time to sell Swan. It itself hasn't scaled or done anything super important. So I think it's like... I think we have money for this. Like, snail. Sell snail. Rabbit. Apple the big boy. Get lots of health. Merge into the big rabbit. Yeah, merge into big rabbit. Buy ox. Roll. I like giraffe too much. I don't think this is giraffe time. I don't think this is giraffe time. Oh, we've lost like 3 times already, huh? That feels bad. I actually feel like our team is pretty good. We're not in good shape. I mean, I think we got up to 9 health. That makes that, like, a lot worse for me. That trades. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, we didn't even see Ox's final form. Okay. It feels like Garlic's probably a good call here. At this point, there's not a ton of benefit to keeping the rabbits separate, although I don't immediately see incentive to do otherwise. I'm not sure about this penguin. I could merge the rabbits and buy a penguin. It would then level up, it would then power up rabbit and one cricket. I think I'd rather, like, freeze and roll. I'd still be able to, like, buy a unit and maybe buy a food or something. Bleh. I think I like it enough for now. It's technically less overall stats, but has some outs to being helpful. Oh, it does also just get me a more different unit, huh? Kind of forgot we were at that point. Tell you what. Tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna unfreeze penguin. I'm gonna give a cupcake to this rhino. And, like, see if that does anything. I mean, it gives him a little bit more health long term because of rabbit. Thank you, rabbit. But right now it just sort of makes him mediocre, which might be enough to, like, take out a unit or two. He's at 813. It's not bad. Okay, so he doesn't die to first sheep. They do have force. Oh. Rhino's, like, really good against sheep and, like, melon armor. That's... This worked out better than it should have. We still haven't seen Ox's, like, final form. Speaking of, do I actually want to level up Ox? Really want to level up Rhino. Do I want to level up Rhino enough to buy him an apple? I don't want to say yes, but I want to say yes. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll give him some health. Why not? Now we'll roll. Okay. I like what I'm seeing here. Pill the ox behind the rhino. Well, wait, if I pill the ox, it does... I need to pill something else in front of ox, is the way that, like, gives me a benefit. And, like, if I pill the ox, then I just lose the ox. Like, yeah, specifically the wording on ox is, like, the friend in front of it faints, and it gets a cool bonus. So, like, you have to be willing to give up something, which, like, currently I'm not, even though, like, 4-7 cricket is, like, whatever. This 4-7 cricket is mostly just because I've committed to my ridiculous plan, and also I haven't seen, like, a lot of incentives to, like, get rid of it. It's, like, pretty reasonably sized. But the fact that, like, it will die, and then it will summon another unit that dies, so, like, the ox will see two things in front of it die and, like, get swole. I think for now, I'm gonna buy garlic and pear for Rhino, which makes him, like, as big as my crickets, and I have, like, 2 medium threats. And I'm gonna hold on to this ox. I'm not committed to leveling it up. It's definitely possible I could get, like, something more helpful to level up Team Cricket Rhino. But I, like, kind of like where we're at. The rabbit's been very helpful. That's a lot of triggers. Well, I tell you what, we started in a really bad place, and we've really sort of caught up some amount. We're definitely doing better than we started, which is good because we'd already be dead otherwise. See, like, Cam was kind of exactly what I was talking about. Like, maybe I just sell this ox and, like, have some crickets. I mean, without ox, the second cricket doesn't do that much, but it's still like a 4-7. And I really want that milk. You know, that rhino milk, that, like, Bigfoot soft serve. It's true, you could merge crickets and do it that way. At this point, like, we're already, like, almost to tier 6, so, like, it doesn't matter all that much to keep it. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, cow itself would be, like, a 4-6. Yeah, that is probably correct. That's probably correct to do. Buy cow. I don't think I care enough about the apple to, like, buy it first. I'm definitely, like, most concerned about leveling up Rhino. Like, the cricket is mainly here just because, incidentally, it has become bigger than my other stuff. I'm not, like... I am not married to this particular cricket. I need you to know this. I will not get rid of the cow yet. Let's see what we roll. Sure. Let's... I think it's worth it just because my other options are, like, roll a bunch or do nothing. Okay. But here's what I will do. I'm gonna buy the second ox as just, like, a slight power-up, and, like, maybe I keep him around. I'm gonna buy pair for Rhino. I'd love to level up Rhino. I feel like level 2 Rhino is, like, way better than level 1 Rhino. Like, level 1 Rhino's been doing some good stuff for us by dealing 4 damage to the next enemy when it knocks something out. Like, it's really good against stuff like sheep and, like, taking out their big guy's melon armor if he's a couple spaces back or whatever. But, like, once he's, like, up to level 2 and he deals 8, like, that's, like, way more... That just takes out stuff like boss from deer fainting and things like that. But I'm gonna keep this pill for next round because there's a good chance that I, like, move cow in front of ox and then pill it instead of selling it. It's not guaranteed, but, like, you know, some benefit. But see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I take out deer and I don't, like, take out the guy behind it. But, like, I just did a bunch of damage. Like, this is all working very well. The game has been content to, like, match me against a bunch of stuff that Rhino's good against, and I'm, like, happy to do that because it also just gave me a Rhino at a point where I was like, I should probably take that. So, like, yeah, let's pill you. So now he's, like, a little better on average. A few level 2s. I'll freeze Penguin just to make sure I have, like, an option I like. Ooh, Monkey. Monkey feels good here. Monkey's definitely more what I want than Penguin is. Listen for a second. I could just, like, Monkey Sushi and get, like, some bonus rabbit health or whatever. Oh, Cadius, welcome to the stream. Nico says her whole list of recommended channels on Twitch are playing Elden Ring. Yeah, I mean, that's not terribly surprising. People have been waiting for Elden Ring for some time. Yeah, I mean, I like both Monkey and Sushi. I think I'm supposed to, like, roll up to twice to see if there's some reason I might want to do something differently, but these both seem like very likely options. I love you, Hippo, but now is not the time, and I don't need that garlic. Ooh, the chocolate is cool and all, but, I mean, I definitely want Monkey. And then, do I want the chocolate now? The thing I kind of want to do is just, like, chocolate Rhino, because I really would like to get him leveled up. Like, the 8 damage feels so much more relevant to me. I don't think it actually makes as much of a difference as I think it does, but, like, 8 feels a lot more useful. It's true, I did play a game on Monday where I found Sloth, which, like, considering how relatively few hours I've played of the game, is actually pretty impressive. But impressive in the way that it's entirely luck-based, and I didn't have anything to do with it. But I did not manage to level it up to level 3, even though I did win with Sloth. My screenshot does show that he was the last animal to attack in my party, and it made me happy. Like, he did it! He saved the day! I don't know, this is kind of close. I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm just gonna trust my instinct and chocolate Rhino and not freeze Sushi because, like, it gives me a better chance of chocolate spawning again to level up Rhino. Yeah, and then we're gonna let the monkey leg power up Rhino for a minute. And I don't know where we go from there. Hopefully we have won the game at that point. That Rhino is big enough that I don't want him at front or whatever. That's a big blowfish. Luckily, that seemed to be most of what they had going on. Because moderately sized Cricket Boy is sort of doing work here. It's a bunch of flies. I don't think this 1-up does anything for me. I don't think canned food is good for me, because I think I'm pretty committed to most of these units, as awkward as that admittedly is. I think we're just rolling here. And monkey is tempting. Since I don't have space to have 2 monkeys, it doesn't actually do much unless I can level it up. And I don't think this shop is where I'm spending 9 gold, so I'm definitely doing, like, some amount of rolling. So let's freeze him and see what else is presented to us. Not immediately looking for Scorpion. Sounds like okay. Sushi's better. I don't think we're getting to level 3 Rabbit this time around. We'll freeze a Sushi just so I have at least Monkey and Sushi as options to buy. Or alternatively... or this game maybe just never wants me to buy Sushi as a thing. That could be true. So now we're giving... oh yeah, they changed Monkey, right? Didn't he used to be +3/+3? Now he's +2/+3. And then he levels up to +4/+6 and so on. So it's gonna be like a 1943 Rhino, which is like pretty good. I don't know if it's gonna carry us. I've really invested like a lot into the Rhino at this point, and the rest of my team's like not amazing. Maybe I should be spending a little more time on Sushi related power-ups. It would be great if I had more power. Hey, Nate Destroyer, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Okay, this looks... not good. This looks not good. Close, but not good. It's another monkey. So are we at a point in our lives where we get... I think we sell Rabbit. I think we sell Rabbit. My second monkey for now. It's possible I merge them if I find something like really good I want to add or whatever. No, I don't think we're doing any of that. Chocolate for Rhino? It's not as good as I want it to be, but I sure do want it to be good. It's still... Leopard? I really appreciate your energy, but it's just not your time. I guess pizza's technically 4 total stats instead of... or... no, this is 6. It's 2... yeah, 2 2s. Yeah, this is... it's more raw numbers. Yeah, Vasco Ventures is basically if you want to play D&D with my die roller. What did I get? Because I have it covered. I got a 1! That's not surprising. Okay. Okay. It'd been good if I... oh, I do survive a hit, so I take out the... yeah. This team is way more my speed than the last one that beat me. That's way better. Okay, so where are we at now? I don't think that I want cow so much that I want to merge the monkeys. The monkeys right now are giving just like 6 power to Rhino. I think I'm gonna freeze it though. Yeah. None of that looks good. I'm at a point where I want melon over garlic on Rhino. Maybe? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna freeze this pair. That's a good maybe. Okay, so let's think about this for a second. Rhino's like maxed out on health, which is like a little awkward for the monkeys, but giving him +6 power still seems good. I think I'm actually going to give this pair to the cricket, so that I'm not relying entirely on Rhino. I still don't feel like we have amazing prospects to hit 10 wins on this, but we could do it. Okay. Wishing I had the garlic now. It's okay, we win against that. Like, hedgehog teams are really, like, fun to do, but, like, they're such a gamble. You're so likely to just, like, kill yourself. Okay, so now we're basically on the bubble here. We could, like, win or die. We could possibly draw, but it's likely to be one of the two. And as such, I kind of think I just, like, double cupcake the cricket here. And then, like, see just, like, what else we get. Another cupcake. Alright. I've spent 9 gold on cupcakes this round. Will it work? Unclear. But I still think, like, I think this is maybe the last round that, like, regardless of the fact that it's, like, do or die, like, I think if we went, like, 2 more rounds, I'd probably, like, merge the monkeys and, like, buy a cow and, like, do various things. But, like, we're hoping with all that cupcake power that we just, like, do it. It does feel a little wasteful how much health I've added to this Rhino. It would, like, functionally be, like, 80 health or something. Well, that's a very big flamingo, though, huh? We're dead, huh? That's a shame. That was pretty close. That was, like, pretty close. That's a very big flamingo, though. Also, my monkeys were just, like, doing nothing back there. Let's play again. And mosquito are pretty much auto takes. Pig is not super impressive early. Let's see if we get something better. Like second mosquito. Alright. The thing, and like I've come around a little bit, like on mosquito. Like 2-2 is kind of your average stats for the first round. And even though my mosquitoes have a really high incidence of just like shooting stuff that isn't helpful, sometimes it just shoots their horse and then their cricket doesn't do anything. So, like, even for the negligible amount of times that it does what I want, I still think it's better than a lot of the other units. Alright, so this time around, we could be the Skulking, the Delicious, or the Salty, Abs, Towers, or Pants. What say you, chat? There's some of these that feel like obvious includes, and then there's like Skulking, which I'm like, what does that even go with? I don't actually know it to be true that like each one of the like adjectives and each one of the nouns like has like a correct pairing or something. But there's some that it really feels like. It's the skulking, the delicious, or the salty, abs, towers, or pants. As always, the first one in chat to cite a preference will likely get their way. Delicious pants. You got it. Alright, let's see if we shoot anything that matters. Horse? We have 2 chances to hit horse. Yeah, that's good stuff. However, we still draw because the ant... Oh no. Yeah, I guess it didn't have enough power to take out... Cool, we won that. We'll take another ant. So I'll put it here. And we will roll. And... So... I like taking... Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be like stack 2 beavers. Sometimes it's interesting to figure out, like, okay, I end up in this, like, pretty enviable position of, like, I have double ant, double mosquito, which are all pretty good. And then, like, you know, I want to spend all my gold, and I don't necessarily want to buy honey, which, like, isn't terrible. But, like, I have found that as helpful as honey can be at, like, winning draws early on, which, like, happen a reasonable amount of the time, I've tended to prefer just like doubling up a unit to get like more permanent stats in case like something sticks around. And here, like, there's benefits to having separate mosquitoes and separate ants. So like when I have this like weird 3 pairs situation, I think it makes most sense to just stack the beavers. And there is like reason outside of battle to have separate beavers if I want to sell them both and like give the health buff to different things. But I'm just gonna move you up here, I guess, and see what happens. Okay, wait. Oh, they piled all their pigs together. That was a good shot on the pig. Now it dies to ant. Looks like that puts us in pretty good shape to win because they don't even have, like, maximum units. We got a whole 6-3 mosquito left over. Alright, off to a better start than maybe all of the rounds so far. Although this particular shop does not inspire confidence. Multiple ants, multiple mosquitoes, multiple beavers, nothing to level up with. Not really excited about Dodo. Flamingo's very, like, medium. Not liking these either. Not particularly liking these either. Okay, you're gonna be like that, huh? It's gonna be another one of these shops? Alright. Yeah, that's fine. Huh. Part of me wants to sell beaver to make room for this ox, but I think it is better to merge mosquitoes, probably. If for no other reason than, if I sell the beaver after I have ox out, ox, like, definitely being my strongest unit. Simply because we're early on, and like a lot, not even most, I think, but like a lot of the tier 3 units are just kind of stronger than the stuff that comes before them. But like an early ox lets you build around it. You know, we have these ants already. If we find some pills, then you can like get a double bonus from pilling an ant in front of the ox, so the ant gives its like faint bonus to something, but then the ox gives its something fainted in front of me bonus. Ooh, that was unfortunate. Yep, we dead now. No pill here, and no pets that I'm particularly interested in. I could buy meat, but nothing seems like a great fit for that. Nothing seems like it's going to stick around long enough. I kind of like meat either on something with like extremely low health or really high health. If you have high health, then you get like multiple hits with it. Like it just does 5 more damage, like as many times as you can endure attacking the opponent. But like if you have like a low health unit that you want to keep around for some reason, which like it's not really a thing that comes up a lot, to be honest, at least not at this stage of the game, then it sort of lets you trade up Like if it has like a valuable effect, but like is bad. Like monkey's kind of an example of that, where it's like monkey's base stats are like pretty like just disappointing. And if you put meat on it, it sort of trades up with something medium sized without too much investment. But I don't really like anything here for what I have. I don't know, man. Like if I had something like camel, maybe rat would be exciting. Don't wouldn't mind selling beaver, but it's like also just like my biggest thing. Yeah, these shops are just like not good. Just stop showing me like horses and flamingos and stuff. Show me like units I have or things I want or oh, good, another beaver, huh? Here's what I'm gonna do. If I sell him, I get 2 gold, right? So I could roll twice more. See if I get like a better unit to buy. I still think I'm gonna freeze this other beaver because my thought is like sell beaver, buy another beaver that I can sell again, and at least I'm getting like health buffs to scale my guys. This is something that's actually better. So I could like kill ant in front of ox, and then buy beaver. I like that better. Like, please land on ox, but I know you won't. Hey, nice of you to join me. And then I'll roll one more time, but I'm probably just gonna buy beaver. Actually, I'd rather have swan. Oh, I should freeze this. Huh. I have some options here. If I wanted to start trying to invest in a swan, it's still early enough that I think that might be reasonable. They generate more gold and can make some of your shop life more easier down the road. More easier, obviously, the correct English there. Or simply buy beaver. I mean, we're gonna go up to like the next tier of pets. I think I'm just gonna buy beaver as like a filler guy for now, and then maybe sell it. Probably not planning on merging it unless something weird happens. Do you have any particular reason to want ox further forward or further back? I'm just gonna leave him where he is. That's a big elephant. It would have been better to put the beaver further back for sure. Especially with that all went just real bad for me. That was like as badly as that all could have gone. Really didn't stand a chance there because the game decided I should definitely lose that round. Ah, good. It's just like another beaver. It's like a whole other one. Well, let's start with this mosquito merge to get whale. Now I could do something like sell beaver and like put in whale, and whale eats ant and then dies and spawns another ant. I mean, whale is generally pretty good with ox. I'm not like super interested in trying to like get a tier 3 beaver, so even though I'm like kind of close to doing that, I think I would just like, well, maybe it is honestly better to pill the beaver. Well, let's think about that. If we pill like level 1 beaver, then we get like +2 attack, and ox already has melon armor, so like that's less important. If we sell beaver, then we give +1 health to 2 different things, but it might be something stupid like ant that I specifically don't want. Be a little close. guess the other thing is, like, if I pill beaver, I guess I could sort of do both. I could pill down to 6, and I could, like, buy other beaver and sell it for health buff. And I guess I can roll. Yeah, huh. Okay, let's sell beaver. Don't hit ant every time. And I'll put whale here. I think what I might do, I'm gonna hold on to this other pill and maybe get rid of ant and then do like sheep whale, like we did earlier. Beaver mosquito, not like doing a whole lot of work here. But, you know, we're getting multiple ant buffs this way, and we're getting multiple ox buffs from, like, whale dying and then making an ant, which also dies. Wow, that went so bad for me. The game is just, like, really, really staking it to me with this RNG. I mean, that really wasn't RNG. That was just my opponent had something in, like, the worst possible position for me. Alright, let's, I don't think I'm, like, making bad decisions here, but I'm definitely getting punished, which feels bad. Yes, sheep noises. I think if the sheep is not the most important thing in the world. But am I really going to do better with 5 gold than I am by, like, leveling... Well, leveling up sheep once does literally nothing because the whale just eats it and the additional stats, like, do actual nothing. So maybe... Does the fish do? I assume you mean the fish we currently have, which is actually whale. There's lots of sea creatures in this. The whale's ability says at the start of battle, it swallows the friend in front of it, and then when it dies, it summons it as a level 1. So basically, the sequence of events here is at the start of the battle, sheep is in front of it, whale eats sheep. The sheep has an ability when it faints to summon 2 dudes. And we've talked about this a little bit earlier in the stream, but like, if you have a full team, you can't really get both of the dudes out of it. So what happens is, like, you eat sheep, you get a free bonus sheep to replace it. It has, like, the same stats. And then they do battle, and then the whale does battle. And then when the whale dies, you get a full sheep, which then does battle and faints and summons 2 sheep. So, like, the benefit here is, like, that's a bunch of units, like, summoning and dying and stuff in front of the Ox, which hopefully gets high power and doesn't get hit twice with a bus in rapid succession so that it loses its protection and then dies before ever attacking an opponent, like last round. Yeah, I don't think I like buying the extra sheep, which means I should roll, as disappointing as that is. I think the most useful thing here, I want this ox. But I think I want, like, whale garlic. Actually be getting, what is the actual math on this? Ox sees whale die, and then ox sees sheep die, and then ox sees ram die. So yeah, +6 power and melon armor. That's correct. That mosquito does nothing, really. That mosquito does the same amount of nothing, really. I think someone brought a new dog into the apartment. Because there's a dog that's been, like, going off the last few days out in the courtyard. Like, real angry all the time. Okay, that's like a big old 9/9. Oh, man, sheep is a real bad matchup against kangaroo. The bright side is I did manage to actually kill that unit first, so we did get through it. If their big beaver had survived long enough to take out the melon armor on my ox, that would have gone a lot differently. I do probably want this, as regrettable as that is. I think it's actually time... I think we're going to play a similar strategy to earlier. where like we just haven't seen like a lot of good units. We've been seeing a lot of just like random rats and stuff that like don't really pan out to like a late game strategy, and like our backline units aren't doing very much. I think I would like to let's start by selling Mosquito. It's just like really doing basically nothing, and then some Rooster. And like Rooster like can technically work with Whale in a similar way that the sheep does. But I think for now I actually want Rooster to sort of be like self-contained. By which I mean I think I just want it to be stronger so that I have something else that's strong and not just rely on this really low health Ox and the Whale shenanigans, which are like fine, but like don't scale especially well by themselves. And I'm just gonna buy this salad rather than rolling, even though it's probably not gonna hit what I want. And hit the Rooster, and that's good enough for me, even though the sheep buff is completely wasted. Like, honestly, if there had just been, like, Apple in the shop, I probably would have bought Apple on Rooster, so that purchase still seems fine. Alright, so Whale is long enough to break their melon armor. And then the sheep take out the Ox. So we should be in good shape here. Well, we're already on, like, lethal threat, huh? Okay, so... Dolphin is more appealing to me than Beaver, even with slightly less stats. If I were to get rid of the Beaver, I would just sell it. So I think I'll just, like, freeze Dolphin roll for now. At this moment, I'm mostly trying to figure out if I want to buy garlic for Rooster. And I don't think it's super important, but it does feel like it could be useful. Here I'm less excited about just straight up buying Apple for Rooster, but there's few enough food options I might freeze it before rolling again. If I want to buy Dolphin and maybe a food, I can actually afford to roll down to one more. If I sell Beaver, because he's level 2 and will make 2 gold, and I'm finally starting to remember that's how that works. So I think I will roll. Still just got Apple as best option. So I will sell. Okay, those were good. Those were good hits on that. Well, might have been better for that, but I'm not going to complain. And then I will buy this apple just to make use of the gold, and that might as well go on the Rooster. It's still kind of medium, but we're definitely, like, improving. The problem is that we were already kind of behind because our team wasn't, like, amazing. That's an early badger. This actually works out well, because it just takes out one of our sheep and takes out, like, one of his dudes entirely. And we survived long enough to take out the rhino, so that all worked good. Beat the moist truckers. Huh? Ooh, another rooster. Now, okay, so, as boring as it is to take Turkey again, this is like the most times I've seen Turkey. Like, I've seen Turkey more times today than I have in the last, like, 30 runs I've done or something. Like, that's an exaggeration. I don't actually play this that often. But, like, I mean, Turkey is good with Rooster like it was in that, like, earlier run that we did. But also, like, the fact that we're, like, summoning sheep repeatedly, like, that's, like, a bunch of bonus stats in the long run. Like, it's really hard to turn that down unless I'm, like, really dedicated to, like, not doing obvious strategies rather than winning. I definitely want Rooster. Leveling up Rooster is just good in general. I'm gonna hold on to this pair, because I don't think I realistically have much else Oh boy, that's just another turkey, huh? That's just a whole other turkey, huh? I think because the second turkey doesn't immediately do anything for me, the way this team is configured, probably better off just buying the pair and freezing the turkey to buy next round, hopefully along with some chocolate or something. But I will level you up and roll. Okay, no additional chocolate or third turkey or anything. Statistically unlikely, but as uninspired as this team is, it does work, or should do work. We could immediately lose, frankly. We lost a bunch of early games, some due to luck, but those deer look like they're gonna be a problem for me. Unless that melon armor. I really wanted that. Yep, and we immediately died. That's really disappointing, because we were in a position where, like, we really would have started taking off there if we hadn't lost those early games, and I really don't think it was like I did something, like, really cheeky and, like, put myself in a position to lose those games. I think it just kind of happened to lose those games. And there is, like, a lot of that kind of variance early on, but, like, it stinks when you, like, have that type of run where it's like, I was, like, 1 or 2 rounds away from, like, really getting that to fire, and it just, like, didn't get there. Finally found all those turkeys I've been missing. The shop sucks, but I think I'd rather have, like, beaver than, like, 3 random units when I roll. Oh, man. That's not a good shop. Don't like that at all. You stay at the very back, horse. Nobody wants to be your friend. Alright. Alright, chat, you know what to do. We are either the rude, the domesticated, or the warmish legs, buttocks, or shovels. There's a lot of good interactions here. And I expect that chat's going to lean on the most obvious one, which is warmish shovels. No, instead we get warmish buttocks. It's kind of like you've been sitting in one spot for, you know, maybe 2 hours while streaming auto pets. Yep, saw that coming. Shocker, I lost the round where all I got were horses. Cool. I mean, this shop's, like, not very good either. Like, mosquito. Pig's, like, pretty bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna stack these otters on top of each other and hope for more otters. And, like, please for the... Okay, yes. Don't look at the horse at all, otters. Just, like, anywhere else. Yeah, all of that's fine. Just, like, don't put on the horse. I want to get rid of that. It's not doing us any favors. Let's... They're all pretty much the same unit. Okay. Now, they went for a really early level 2 otter. I'm seeing that more and more, and I don't think that's right. I feel like I almost always win against that strategy, and, like, I just don't see the actual benefit to it. Is it time to, like, try Peacock again? And, like, see if we can figure out how Peacock works after the nerf, because I haven't really bothered to work it out yet. I don't want this horse. Just nothing good, huh? Oh, okay. Alright. I mean, I guess. Actually not sure what to do here. I could, like, roll some more and just, like, try to find additional otter or something, but the returns on that get worse as the shop round goes on. This beer's only at 3-3. I'm kind of thinking of selling it and maybe just buying the other peacock, which, like, isn't great, but, like, is probably fine for around this early. They just have, like, a lot of health and whatever. Then, no, that would give me gold to roll. So let's sell, and then I'm just gonna buy it, and I'll, like, merge if I have to. Ah, you're killing me, man. These shops are so bad. Let's put worst boy there. And I guess I'll just cupcake the first peacock and like try not to lose all my early rounds. Doesn't look good on paper or otherwise, but okay, that trade I'm fine with. They're doing something similar over there. Yeah, that wasn't great for me, but that's fine. That worked out somehow. Okay. Multiple rats, huh? Multiple rats versus peacock, huh? Okay. You got me, game. I'll try it. I guess I'm supposed to have the rats at the front now. Would I rather... Yeah, I think I'd rather stack the rats. I have 2 rolls. There's not a lot of good food at this point. If I absolutely had to buy a food, it would probably be apple or cupcake. I don't have a lot of confidence in my team, so I guess it would be cupcake. Yeah, a bunch of spiders and nonsense, and almost the same thing, but actually worse. I'll hold on to this pill, and maybe sleeping pill ant at some point in the near future. Even though my team is just very bad. We're gonna do pretty much the same thing as last round. It worked for us then, right? And I got this 5/6 rat to do things. Well, they have a much bigger ant and a crab. All of that's like super bad for me. I'm not sure any of my peacocks have lived long enough for me to know how peacock works. But I know that my team is very bad. That I do know for sure. Without a doubt. So let's merge peacocks. And... sleeping pill ant and hit something that isn't otter, please. Alright. And then... I'm gonna buy ox. It's like mediocre as it is. Just because I think it's better than the sheer nonsense available to me otherwise. We're gonna roll once. We're gonna freeze this crab. And then we're gonna roll once and then sell snail and buy something, which might be crab. Yeah, I think it's crab. Now, it's worth noting that crab doesn't level up normally. Every time you buy crab, it sort of resets its health to the biggest health of your party. So like it's not immediately important to like freeze this other crab like you might want to do. Yeah, my team is very bad. We're gonna lose this and we're just gonna run another one back and hope. I don't know, I have felt lately, I don't know if they've like altered some of the shot probability somehow or something, which feels very like conspiracy theory or what have you. Why would I do this to myself? That's so bad. It's so bad to like put the rat directly in front of the ox so that it just loses its melon armor like immediately for no reason. That's like I can't blame anyone other than me for that. That's just very bad. This is just extremely bad. I'm just not used to new rat, and I like didn't think that through at all. Your Otter's not doing me any favors. Kangaroo might do something. Except like nothing. You're just like not getting anything that helps me like scale. No giraffe, no dog. I just need like stats. It's not great. Please, cupcake, even though that's repeatedly buying cupcakes is just not good. Like, please don't do it. I'm doing it because my team is bad, and I'm just not seeing better options here. But it's not good. You definitely don't want to do it. But I think it's definitely better than anything else I have going on. Maybe this Peacock will live long enough to figure out if turn means, like, one combat interaction or, like, the entire round. I mean, the Hedgehog should do that math for me. Alright, so it's triggered once. Yeah, so it just means one per entire combat round. So it does, in fact, seem a lot worse as I expected, but somehow we survived that round. And yeah, the fact that, like, Peacock is my best unit seems, like, even worse now, considering that fact. But... I mean... my whole team is bad, and I feel bad. Technically, Demolition called our team the Warmish Buttocks, but I approve of this choice. We're up to 4 so we could find pairs. That one. Like that pair? Like that one? Oh, I just don't... It's not good. Team's not good. Team isn't good. I mean, Rat Camel works better than Rat Peacock because Peacock is bad. And that works better with Kangaroo. Yeah, I mean... Well, I mean, it's probably better to have bad Peacock than inarguably worse Crab. So, like, Peacock can just live in the naughty corner. It knows what it did. And then... just everything is kind of bad, right? I don't think I want this rat long term. I definitely want to feed this camel. I'm embarrassed to be doing just everything that's happening now. I want you to know this. I mean, let's see how Rat Camel plays out. I don't think it's going to be as cool as I want it to be. But also, my team is just bad and we're going to lose regardless, so we might as well try stuff. Also, welcome to the stream, Ditto. Ahoy, how are you? Yeah, I mean, like, that rest is dead. And, like, I didn't kill something with the rat first, so I didn't even get a rat. Yeah, we're, like, super duper 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 dead. Also, they have, like, a tier 3 horse and, like, a honey badger. Like, we're just not beating that team at all. You know what? I was thinking to myself today, how funny it would be, because, like, I don't actually know how the game would present this. And, like, this team has no hope, and it's just very bad. So, like, what if I just... Hypothetically, what if I just sold all of my units? And then just ended the turn? And I'm like, what? Like, what happens? Like, what does the other person see at this point? Like, what does it look like? Yeah, okay. I stand by that decision. Oh, and I keep remembering that Mr. Generic Name is streaming, like, going to bed on Monday night. I set an alarm for next week, so I'll actually try to see it. Except he's going crazy in Fort Fermata. I mean, don't we all go crazy in Fort Fermata? Fort Fermata is a terrible place. Every time I go there, I bring a walkthrough. I hate it there. Hi, Mr. Generic Name. Welcome to the stream. Wow. Okay. It's pigs and cricket. The game is just, like, determined to give me, like, nothing to work with tonight. These shops have been, like, abysmal. Alright, chat. Whoever picks it gets it. Eager, jovial, or hungry, turtles, noses, or chipmunks. Now I will say that by default, I pretty much always pick turtles when it's an option. But this should not influence you. I'm just giving you some insight into the way I do business. Hungry nose. Hungry nose knows. Now, while we wait for our opponent to defeat our miserable team with a similarly miserable team, You know, there was almost a way that could have worked out to a draw, but it didn't. Okay, well, we got pigs covered. The pigs are on lock. They're just very bad. Pigs are just very bad early. You will just lose all your rounds, and you don't get a lot of benefit from it. Cricket's also bad. I'm gonna merge 2 of these pigs to make a slightly more durable pig so that I have room for another mosquito, which will hopefully shoot my opponent's pig. Don't have a lot of hope for this winning at all. Or drawing, or just not losing, really. Okay. Okay. Nope. Still lose. Still lose.
Daddy does not approve!
You know, neither do I. It's not just you, Daddy. Okay. Alright. Okay.
Jason!
Hold on. Okay. I don't want or need this pig, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell this pig. I'm gonna buy Flamingo. And what else would I want health on? I want to pill something. I think I want to pill Flamingo so that I can have multiple triggers in battle with the cricket dying. But the Flamingo gives 2 friends behind it a bonus. And I'm not super excited about that other one being Mosquito. Let's freeze this and then roll. I try something weird. I'm gonna buy Swan. I guess this doesn't really work. I wanted to buy Honey too, but then I'll be 4 units. Maybe I'll just do it anyway. I don't think that there was a way to sequence this such that I didn't have to merge the mosquitoes, which is like what I really wanted to do. But I think I'm just gonna like put honey on this cricket so I just get like a bunch of triggers for stupid ox. And then just like hope something good happens next round. Suffice it to say, I may not know what I'm doing. I guess, yeah, because the... Wow, we still lost that after all that effort to just... Okay. I mean, they have dog. Dog's, like, better than ox if you know what you're doing. Yes, I guess. It seems fine. My cupcake, or freeze cupcake rather. You know what? I think instead of cupcake, I'm just gonna replace... No, actually, I think I should hold on to the mosquito. It's like almost leveled. I think I'll just give more health to ox, so hopefully it trades better. But it's important. I learned the lesson from last round that yeah, I mean if I put Cricket B up at front, kind of need there to be space for both of those to summon, or I'll make an embarrassing whoopsie. Was someone explain this to me? Was Was Peacock, like, really good? Because, like, I played a lot of it and found it to, like, not be good, and then they made it worse, and I don't understand. And even though it's worse, I feel like I'm seeing people play it more. Now, granted, if you give it high power initially, then the one trigger you get per round does more, but, like, it seems just worse to me. I mean, like, Ox is what I'm doing, I guess. I'm just gonna freeze these apples and see if I find something that's, like, good, or else I'll just feed these apples to that Ox. Turtle's not doing it here. Cricket's arguably something. Skunk? Skunk? I still kind of want to hold on to that mosquito. It's not good. No, I'm just gonna get rid of the mosquito and buy the skunk. Now I can't buy any food. Disappointing. So I guess we just roll. I'm gonna hold on to that snail. The peacock change feels really inscrutable to me. Like, it's very much possible that I just, like, literally don't get it, but, like, it feels like it's one of the bigger changes of the recent patch, and I just look at it and I'm like, why? Was that supposed to make it better? I feel like it was supposed to make it better, and I feel like it definitely doesn't. At least not on average. I don't think I really want to, like, commit to leveling up the cricket based on current information. Giraffe. You know what? I'll freeze giraffe. I'm, like, desperate to, like, just have units that get big and do anything. Skunk is nice when you're behind a little bit, because if your opponent's skilled, like, a little bit ahead of you, then maybe you don't just die. Let's move here a little worse. Go to the back. Back of the class. See, like, I made that trade that I don't think I would have made otherwise. It's not all that useful because it didn't, like, finish off that giraffe or anything, but... Oh, that's really disappointing. I was, like, off by 1 there. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep losing because I keep, like, not finding good stuff in shops and things. So... Level up. Sell... 1... Okay, sell Swan. Ant in front of Ox. Hill. That's okay. I think I actually wanted that on the skunk, but that's okay. Buy... Giraffe. Giraffe. Buy... Snail. Sell snail. Either one of these is probably fine. Generally prefer dolphin. But I think camel's actually better here because I should... Something at the front. I guess I could just move... I mean, actually, for some reason I always want dolphin at the back, but it doesn't matter that it's at the back. So I could really do either. Dolphin skunk kind of play nice together. Let's see if we, like... secretly snipe something. It's unlikely to work that way, but we'll find out. Okay, they don't look like super intimidating. Oh, I lost my bee because I got sniped in kind. That did not go the way that I wanted it to go. We lose. I just feel like I'm not catching a break here at all. I mean, like, 1 win is, like, pretty sad. But, like, truthfully, I think, and I've said this before, I think it's, like, really important to, like, level up to, like, a tier 3 unit on turn 3. And I haven't gotten, like, a single good tier 3 unit maybe all night, like, maybe once. And I genuinely feel like it's a huge detriment not to. But like, yeah, like honey badger's been like really popular lately, and like as I was saying before when I was doing it, like it just feels really bad to lose to that because it's like our teams are about equal, but you have B, and so you just win, and like it feels so bad. It's an awkward situation, but like I dislike cricket enough that I'm gonna roll and like see what else we get, and then it's gonna be double otter time. It's cricket again, okay, but it's gonna be like a real tall cricket, is what I've decreed. Once again, our options are the hot, the suspicious, or the hilly, the shirts, dust bunnies, or carrots. Maybe Badger's like having an 8-man team. This is probably overselling it a little bit. Hot shirts? Yeah, I'm kind of leaning hot shirts to be honest with you. I mean, Honey Badger's sort of an accepted shorthand for an accepted strategy. Was that good for me? I honestly think that was good for me, even though that looked weird. There's another cricket, I guess. And then, what? Do I just roll, or... I think mosquito. I think I'll roll another cricket. Alright, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough, I suppose. I don't think our odds are super great with team lots of crickets. I'm sure it's in honor of your purchase. What hot shirt did you purchase, Ditto? That wasn't good for me, and we definitely lose. We definitely have enough crickets to level up, and also mosquitoes for reasons. But I don't want, like, a bunch of individual crickets. I mean, I tell you what, it feels really bad to, like, level up to tier 3 and get snail when you, like, won the previous round, but when you lost it definitely feels less bad. There's a sequence here that makes sense. Just like merge mosquitoes. No, I mean, I think it's just like buy second mosquito, buy snail, right? Because if I buy snail, actually I can do buy snail first, unless I'm buying spider. So I go down to 4 and just buy another thing and roll because I won't have enough. Yeah. So this isn't like great because new snails suck. I don't understand the peacock change, but I actively dislike the change to snail. I just don't think you can really abuse it. Like, sometimes you can, like, strategically save up snails, but you're doing it at the detriment of, like, finding new stuff in the shop that could be helpful to make your team better. So, like, I think it's inherently balanced. So it bothers me that they're just like, yeah, this, like, catch-up mechanism that I genuinely previously would have just told you that I think was healthy for the game, like, is worse now. It's like, why, though? It's a lot of hedgehogs, but we're not going there, I don't think. I mean, we're just hoping that this 6-7 cricket does work. I'm gonna leave it like this. It's always kind of a crapshoot. There's like certain things you could try to anticipate. A lot of people put their big units in the front, but like sometimes they just don't. Sometimes it's better just randomly have your good stuff later on. That being said, they have a 6'3" horse, and I'm not a big fan of it for reasons. This trade ends up fine. We did it. Okay. Want to level up, sell snail. Do it this way. Merge the mosquitoes. Camel. Alright, camel's a fine one. And then we will merge the otters, which gives... Okay. I mean, I might as well take my 2 early camels. I had a run like this recently. I'm not generally a big fan of camels. They just never quite do what I want them to do. But they're like a fine unit, especially early. But, I mean, if you level it up quickly enough that, like, it's giving, like, bigger bonuses per hit, it can do some nice early work. And I had a couple weird things lately. I had one where I just somehow managed to get, like, a level 2 camel by like turn 5 or something, which was like really early, and then I just like ended up focusing on leveling that up and I won that one. And then I had like a run where I had like early dog, like I got initial dog off of my level up on, or my tier up on level 3. And then like later on I first like, because like summoned pets do good things with dog. Like I had a spider that I ended up leveling up, and at some point I like pilled it, and it made like a level 2 dog, and I just like merged it together and hit like a level 3 dog really early. And I was like, that was extremely lucky. I don't really want any of this. Not surprising. So we got otter, cricket, camel, mosquito, cricket. I mean, this ant is just gonna... It was a good mosquito shot. We got to take that out, which I think matters a lot. Yeah, we win that pretty easily. That worked out. Actually looked pretty bad in the front there, but got there in the end. Alright, there's our friend Snail. There's Rabbit. Rabbit Camel, not bad. They have a lot of tier 2s. Or level 2s, rather. I do think I want to merge these. I do probably want Rabbit. I don't know that I necessarily want to keep Otter, but if I get other otters, it might be good. Yeah, I'm gonna start trying to level this camel. Okay. I did it, sort of. I do not want this whale. This whale will not do anything particularly interesting here. But assuming I keep this rabbit, which I almost definitely will, for long enough to buy garlic, then I will have some reduced damage on camel, and also more health on camel, and it will make a big mosquito friend. Just walking very loudly here. I do believe they would attract the worm. That was another good mosquito shot. And one of their mosquitoes shot my camel, which is like good for me too. Go, go, big mosquito. Do I understand whale? I think I'm starting to understand whale. Whale doesn't make a lot of sense on its own, but like whale works best with like feint triggers and with things that like and like basically ox. Because I think ox is the only thing that cares about other stuff fainting in or out of battle. It's the only thing that comes quickly to mind. But like it also works well with stuff like kangaroo, right? So like if you put like kangaroo behind whale behind something, you know, like ant, you know, then whale eats ant, you get a bonus from the ant because it fainted. Then you know the whale attacks something and the kangaroo sees it, and then maybe the whale attacks again and sees it again. But then when the whale faints, it brings back the ant, and then the kangaroo sees the ant attack again. So you get like multiple triggers that way. There's also like some cheeky stuff you can do with like, you know, sheep because you summon multiple units from it. And like turtle does like a weird thing I sort of accidentally stumbled into that I like, which is like if you put turtle in front of whale, then the whale eats the turtle and gets melon armor, and then like attacks and fights and faints and summons another turtle, which then gives a second melon armor to the unit behind the whale. It's like, oh, that's fun. I don't know how good it is, but it's fun. All right. This is why we hold on to level 2 otter, because you get another otter and then you're given more. Wait, shouldn't it be? Yeah, it's +2/+2. The interface is just doing a weird thing. +2/+2. I'm gonna hold on to Cupcake. I think it's reasonably likely I buy a food. Just roll it. Another camel, though. Sure, I guess. Yeah, that seems fine. It'll be 7. So we'll go up to tier 4 and could find pairs. Yeah, I won't hold on to the salad. A little ambitious, but still. Alright, this I think looks good for me. That's a big horse. Lots of people running big horse today. Gosh, look how big my mosquito is now. That's just mean. Just a mean mosquito. This is somewhat what I mean when I talk about how important I find like the early tier ups by getting duplicate pets is like if you get like camel as just like a regular tier 3 pet on turn I don't know, like 5 or 6. It's just not that exciting. If you get like 2 camels on round like 4 and you start leveling it up early, it's kind of exciting. Now, the bad part of my brain that loves giraffe irrationally above all else wants me to find room to jam giraffe here, and it doesn't feel like that's probably correct. I mean, whale definitely has some genuine potential. Lobster is like this weird hybrid between like better horse and worse turkey that just kind of like puts it in this weird bad gray area where like it just doesn't quite do enough for where you find it. It's weird. But whale has potential. It's kind of specific in where it's useful, and like a lot of the times it underperforms, but like it can do some interesting stuff. Yeah, stuff like whale deer is fine. Like stuff like whale rooster's not typically great because like when it gets summoned again, it's not. There's a weird trick that you can do that is really interesting, but like probably isn't what you're supposed to do with whale. If you level up whale, the thing that it changes is that it like poops out a unit of higher tiers. So like at level 1, uh it poops out level 1 unit. At level 2, it poops out the same unit but at level 2 regardless of what it started as. If you level up whale to max, then it eats something and then drops like a fully leveled unit of it. You can't like store up buffs like in the shop for it because of the way whale works, but like there are like weird corner cases where you might want like a level 3 whale to just like poop out like a level 3 hippo or something, and then it gets like big bonuses from like killing small units. Again, probably not something you should aspire to do or what have you, but like it's interesting. Like the problem I have is that all of my units are pretty mediocre. Like Rabbit is like a little underwhelming right now, but like has some potential. I think what I want to do is sell Cricket and hope for Otter, but I think that's probably wrong. I value keeping otters around to find more otters like more than I should. Because it just feels like random pair is like pretty good at a certain point. Um think I want, like, can sell something giraffe. And I want to hold on to the rabbit, but it might be wrong. I expect to feed more to the camel, which is why I want the rabbit. I'm going to trust my instincts, even though I'm not really convinced this is right. I'm going to sell cricket. I'm going to canned food. Get a 4/6 giraffe, which has, like, pretty good stats. I could, like, freeze and roll or something to see if I get, like, another canned food. Think about that. I mean, if I have to roll anyway, I can't really buy 3 things, so it's probably worth doing that. Not a canned food, but a pear, which makes me glad I kept the rabbit, I think. Think for a second. Is there any reason I would want to, like, buy turtle, pill, and then giraffe? It would mean I couldn't buy the pear, but it would mean that I could put melon armor on the mosquito. That might be good enough if the giraffe is increasing its size consistently, but I'm not convinced that this is, like, definitely good either. I love that the rabbit gives, like, a health bonus for the pill. Like, I understand it, but, like, it's silly. Giraffe. I'm gonna freeze this pear, because I, like, probably want to feed the camel. I don't think we're hitting level 3 anytime soon, but I am going to keep that pear. Whether or not I use the pear, I don't know. But now we're, like, permanently buffing the mosquito and then giving camel buffs backwards, and I don't know, otter's probably served its purpose unless we get really lucky next round or something. These animals really evoke the feeling of hot shirts, you know? Kind of hoping we would hit the fish, but this is really annoying just because I just bought that melon armor, man. I'm really glad I bought that canned food, but we still only draw this. It's close. We're doing much better this time than most of our runs tonight. Ooh, another camel. Let's say. You know what? I do feel like you could be a little bit taller. Let's freeze the apple as, like, a hypothetical. I don't think kangaroo is good enough to take here. Another giraffe. Oh, pear. I think this is a feed pear, freeze giraffe. If taking the giraffe now leveled it up, I'd be more likely to take it now. But since all it does is give +1/+1, I think it's better to take the pear and get +2/+3 on my, like, good camel friend. And then, you know, there's a chance, like, something weird might happen and we get monkey or something and I might want to replace giraffe anyway. No, wait, I don't take him out in one shot. Now I do. It was awkward, but I think that was a better result for me than not that. Take out the big cricket. I'm not gonna quite take that out, and that's not gonna do it either. But rabbit still beats penguin. that feels lucky. That one feels like good luck. Okay, so, like, probably just buy giraffe. It would be good to replace this otter if I don't find an otter soon, but I don't feel like I've come across something that would drive that to be super important. It would be kind of nice to level up this giraffe, but, like, I, again, just overvalue giraffe, and I won't deny that. What if I had my chocolate and ate it too? Now, here's the question. Is it better to level the giraffe or the camel? My instinct says giraffe, even though that might not be right. What if we let the otter decide? Because where we're at, I'm probably gonna spend 6 gold on otter and chocolate. So if otter hits camel, I'm gonna be more excited about leveling camel.
Daddy
But if you level
does not approve.
if you level the giraffe, then you buff the camel and also the mosquito. No more chocolate. Tummy does not approve. No, Neko, it's important. Alright. Where's it go? Okay. That actually makes it tough. Just because I honestly think giraffe is better here. I mean, like, my front two units are basically my whole game plan. So I feel like buffing both of them with giraffe is probably relevant. I'll freeze that dragon. Because, like, I've been looking for something to replace, like, rabbit and otter. So, like, I will probably just sell both of them and buy dragon and start buying level 1 units like this duck. Which, like, should probably make me consider buying another canned food, but for now, I'm just gonna stick with those two. Probably replace rabbit and otter next time. And then we're gonna go to
Daddy
town.
does not approve.
No, we're going to town. Don't make me turn this car back around. I don't need a map to get to Bone Town. I don't like Camel not surviving a hit, but I will say that it makes me feel better about... That's a big ant. I mean, they have, like, level 2 giraffe and monkey. I wish for these things. Alright, but we're gonna start taking off. We're gonna go to the moon. Any reason why I would entertain keeping the rabbit around for sushi? No, that sounds bad. I will not do that. They did Dragon... Jason. Has anyone seen Jason? So, Dragon also got nerfed recently. It used to give +1/+1 to all of your animals, including itself. Now it only does it to others. Which is a nerf, but I don't actually think makes the dragon, like, a lot worse. Which probably indicates that it was, like, a correct nerf. Neko asks, what is the Bone Town a reference to? That's, like, Willie Morgan and the Curse of Bone Town or something? It's that, like, pirate adventure game we played? God, that wasn't 2 years ago, was it? Was that 2020? Or 2021? Not Dragon is good in the... Let's see if Dragon's any good, shall we? Let's buy a pig. Okay, everyone gets +1. Okay, let's buy a duck. And we're gonna roll. Okay, and then we will sell a duck and buy a cricket. I think it's probably correct to give the chocolate to level up the camel, although leveling up dragon is, like, really good. But I think I want short-term gains here. I mean, I'm really looking to keep these spaces open. No, I'm gonna keep giraffe for now. Giraffe is definitely replaceable, for sure. But, like, I think the most important thing is, like, dragon and level 1s. The only time the dragon, like, really sucks is, like, when you absolutely can't find level 1s, which, like, sometimes the shop is just like, it's all tier 4s and 5s and 6s, and it's just a bummer. Hello, Miss Toasty, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? And I agree with you, Neko. I feel like the entirety of the pandemic has been a single awful year. As evidenced by the fact that people don't remember the Bone Town game. I can't actually remember if the I don't need a map to get to Bone Town was a voiced line in that game. Or I might consider getting that for the soundboard. Just because I think it's really funny, even though it's, like, not that funny and it's very juvenile. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I live in fear of Scorpion. Because I really only have 2 units, and I don't want the Scorpion to eat one of them. And people usually put Scorpion at the front. So I'm going to throw my, like, 4 or 5 cricket up there to try and trade with a Scorpion, if I see one. The fly is always tempting, I agree, Mr. Generic Name, but I don't think it's for us. Gradually getting this mosquito up to, like, a respectable size, but, like, really, really gradually. I mean, it sort of works out, because now the cricket... Oh, no, they have fly, too. Wow, we're gonna lose this hard, huh? Yeah, Fly really got me there. I don't think Fly would have, like, helped me fend that off. Okay, that's a bunch of ones. I don't have any reason to, like, pill this or anything, so, like, sell Cricket. Buy Beaver. Sell Beaver. Buy Duck. Sell Duck. Buy Duck. I don't think we're realistically getting to level 3 Giraffe. So we roll. Sell Duck. Buy Pig. We should get a lot of ones. I think... Actually tough. We've reached a point where, like... we're dealing with some big enemies, but, like, Kalen wants to endure multiple hits. So, like, Garlic is still kind of good in that respect, but, like, it's gonna be facing off against, like, bigger and bigger things. So I think I should freeze Melon Armor for next round. And then none of those are ones, which is a bummer. I'm gonna keep Pig in the front to, again, try to trade with Scorpion. Is a fairly common thing to come across. Well, this is already gone poorly. Hippo is like the opposite of what I want to see there. At least we're powering up Mosquito. The Melon Armor's doing its job. And we win despite them having, like, better big units. So that's cool. Okay, we got some ones. And we got a bonus gold off of Pig. Let's buy a Regrettable Horse. Sell the horse. And buy the Cricket. And let me think about this. If I buy Melon and put it on Camel, then I can sell. We have 4 and I can roll and yeah, it's probably fine. I think I want that enough. Regrettably, no ones here, but I do actually have a roll left if I intend to sell the Cricket. Might be worth... In case I roll and don't find another level 1 to keep trying to power up my team, it might be worth trying to... There's a few options here. Turtle doesn't really work in this case. I could, like, put it in front of Dragon. I don't think that does very much. I could buy Deer. And, like, have a bus to try and, like, clear, like, a Melon Armor or something. Or I could, like, buy Badger and put it at the back. I think Deer sounds the most appealing of those options. But hopefully we just find, like, a level 1. Which we do not. And yeah, I mean, Deer's just kind of better at doing the Cricket thing than Cricket is. So we will do that. Yeah, I mean, just keep hoping, I guess. Really awkward 3-2 Deer with 1 canned food boost. Nick asks, has anything gotten stronger after the update? Nothing comes immediately to mind. Regrettably, I have died. The team was definitely, like, at least a little bit better than me, but it's still disappointing. I don't know. I mean, Dragon is good. I didn't manage to level it up. I think if I had leveled up Dragon, keeping at the pace I was going, I would have, like, outscaled my opponents, but without being able to do that, the +1/+1 was probably a little too late because I was not scaling very well in the mid-game. That round I liked a lot, though, because I still feel like I learned things and, like, my choices mattered and I could take something away from it. Like, a lot of these ones tonight have been frustrating because they've been keeping up with a trend I've found since the latest patch, even though I don't think the latest patch specifically has anything to do with it. which is just that, like, I feel like I've been having a lot worse shop luck. And, like, as I insinuated before, like, maybe they've tweaked the rate at which things show up. I don't really know how that works exactly, but it has felt bad. I think I'll do one more run. Like, most Super Auto Pets runs aren't super long. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Duck Duck Beaver? Duck Duck Beaver? Duck Duck Beaver? Duck is so bad. It's a 1-3 that when you sell it, it gives +1 health to all the animals. No. Take this beaver and then be mad about it. Oh, cripes. Alright, well, we definitely have time for one more because it's going to be short and bad, like all the ones in the middle. Alright, hooting, hot, or chunky, hikers, warriors, or astronauts? I don't see hooting very often. I don't think owls is a noun. So hooting feels like a weird choice. Maybe Duck Duck Beaver is the game somewhere, but I don't know where. Hooting Hikers? Yeah, got that alliteration. Arcadia says, someone made a mod for Monster Hunter where a spike bug helper you get is turned into Lego bricks. That sounds fun. Man, we couldn't even beat this duck team. Couldn't even beat this duck team. Wow, and then like 2 pigs. It just wants me to have a bad time. Like, have I seen a fish today? I think I got like 1 fish today out of like all of my round 1 and 2s. it's just frustrating. So I can. It doesn't do anything. It just leaves space to summon 2 pigs. I'm debating whether I should buy 2 pigs because it will give me an increased chance of having like a triptych to like level up with in the next round, but they're pigs and they're very bad. Yeah, it does seem weird to me too, Neko, that there's no goose in Super Auto Pets. There's a swan, but no goose. It feels like the swan should just be goose to me. I mean, I guess I just won't buy the otter, even though I want the otter, because it's better than other stuff. Of course, otter is like a thing that actually would have been a pair or whatever. I mean, I just hate this whole team. The Hooting Hikers are just a disappointment. You know what? It doesn't make my team better overall, but I'm gonna sell the beaver to give buffs to stuff, and then I can. Here's what I will do. I will freeze an ant because it's like the best just by itself. But maybe we get like just a duck and a horse. Why wouldn't it be a duck and a horse? Well, we're just gonna lose every consecutive game and then just be done with the stream, I guess. Yep, can't kill that. Kill that duck. We did kill their horse, which is good for us, and our cricket traded well. Hey, I think those beaver health buffs actually won us that round somehow. You're just all these ducks, just all the ducks, and not even at the same time. I mean, 2 of them were at the same time, but duck is so bad. Crickets, I guess. For sheep. For just sheep in a vacuum. Don't have anything that goes well with sheep. Because the first early thing that goes well with sheep is either dog or ox. And those are both also tier 3. I guess I just don't. think I just don't. I don't even think I freeze it. Here. Very bad pig, you live at the back. Something like this. I do not have much confidence in this team. Just like can't find anything to like get my game going early in like any of these. Not finding like early rabbit or early dog. Got like early ox once, but it's probably like the worst of those options. Camo was going well, but we didn't get enough to support it in the middle, in like the mid game. We're just like so dead to everything all the time because our teams are just super bad. Okay, so now we can level up Mosquito. See, rabbit's a little more like it. These pigs are just upsetting, though. They sold both of the pigs, I would get 4 gold. Buy rabbit, go down to 8? No. Yeah. Go down to 8, roll. Yeah, I really don't want these pigs. The likelihood that it does what I want is like not high or good at all. Debating whether to pill ant. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. The crab's okay for now. I think I'd rather add the health to the 2 guys with 5 health. Leave the cricket in the back. Maybe leave the cricket in the very back. So that if all our units trade, the extra cricket survives and it's like honeybee. Hoping to get some good food and some just like not terrible units. That's a front horse. You don't see front horse super often. Probably that still didn't really do what I wanted. That worked out well. That worked out well. That worked out fine, and we win. I'm not even sure like what I would want to feed, to be honest. I mean, this team is so underwhelming. I think I'm gonna try steal some honey badger. It's just why does it sound like a wet fart? It's just it's not ideal. Guess I freeze apple because food at this level is generally bad. I mean that crab's doing nothing for me. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, really. I do feel like I want to eat this apple before I roll so I have a better chance to find salad because I feel like I'm just going to get stone nothing otherwise. I guess I care most about mosquito by a very small amount. Maybe I should more strongly consider like meat bone on crab or something, or maybe meat bone on mosquito, to be honest. Let's freeze it, I guess. You know how unintuitive that seems, but it's a little late to be starting dog like turn 6, I think. I'm not sure anything's actually good enough just to strongly consider turtle. Oh, we should just buy honey. This honey badger. I think I'll leave the meat bone there though, maybe. It would be okay on Mosquito. It would give Mosquito more health and more attack to trade up if other people are better at this game than me, which they are. This doesn't look very good for me, but we win. Now, that 3 gold sort of paid for itself already for the honey. Okay, so what's more useful to me? 3-5 crab or 3-4 level 2 cricket? Crab? Crababa? Would prefer a salad, but again, I'm just feeling like without direction, which is where our team is, and like just finding like nothing to level up to like get higher tier stuff. Like I've just been having such a hard time leveling like anything up lately, and it feels weird. There's a giraffe. Um, it's kind of tough. Like I want giraffe. I definitely think giraffe is something as opposed to the almost nothing that I have now. I could merge the rabbits together, which is like a little underwhelming if I don't get like another rabbit to level it up, but that's fine. That's definitely manageable. I could just like buy garlic here, but it's not very good on anything. I mean, I could replace the meat on the mosquito. It does give another 2 health to the mosquito and helps it survive stuff. Which might be more along the lines of what our team needs. I think what I really want to do is like sell crab. I mean, it only has like 1 more attack than giraffe, and giraffe is like a long-term bonus, so that's probably correct.
Giraffe.
So I'll do this. I'm gonna unfreeze apple and freeze garlic and roll basically nothing. My team's still not very good. We're gonna go to 7, which means there's opportunity for pair, so I won't freeze the salad. I'm definitely gonna lose this by like a whole lot. They have a very big fish. I'm guessing that fish got like most of the bonuses from that otter. Let's play it like this. Give more health to the mosquito. Merge the rabbits. Snail. Arguably, I could level up the mosquito. That feels bad, though, to do that. It does not feel good. I just like, look at this. The only thing we have level 2 is mosquito. And just like, we have no good units. Like, it just feels like these have been really bad shops. Like, maybe you could argue that point, but like, I really genuinely don't know. Without the benefit of hindsight, I don't know what it is I'm supposed to do differently in a lot of these runs tonight. I really don't. So I'm like looking at Penguin, I'm like, ooh, maybe it'd be nice to buff exactly Mosquito. Cool, I guess. I think it will freeze Otter. That just hurts my feelings. You go to the front and we're just gonna lose. Like it's just not good. Okay. Okay. Think we win this? Yeah, we win this. None of these seem very good. I would like to replace Otter. Putting meat on giraffe does not honestly seem like the worst thing to do. Like reasonable health. Guess a little more health. God, honestly, I'm like really tempted to just buy fish. Like otter's so bad. Here's what we're gonna do though. Actually, maybe we just garlic the rabbit and buy salad. Not great. It makes the rabbit like a 8-7 or maybe 8-9. Like I really am not convinced that I'm like I don't know what I would need to get to replace the otter for that to feel. I just hope this don't hit the otter, please. All right, that's pretty good. And then we'll just garlic you. Now you're like kind of a respectable unit. You're like a 9-9 garlic bunny. And it's like a moderately sized mosquito. It's just ugh. It's not getting a whole lot to work with. That's the thing. I'm not saying I'd get like 10 wins every time. I just genuinely feel like it's been a mostly bad run of luck. But we're gonna win this one, so that's nice. And like honestly, that wins is pretty good overall. Okay, so like I feel like I might be approaching like a seal style team. Which kind of makes me want to buy Rooster. I definitely just want to get rid of Otter. And Rooster's like good enough that I'll like roll with it. If I have to. Like, honey and meat aren't exactly helpful to us right now. Like summoning stuff doesn't help, so like pig's not especially useful. I mean, I could if you use parrot behind giraffe, I don't think that works the way you want it to. I think I just roll again. Hippo might be a better just like random include than Rooster. It was very good on its own. I will roll again. Okay. I think I want to buy Hippo garlic. Honestly, part of me. No, you know what? I think I am gonna buy the canned food and then buy the Hippo. Like, my scaling is not particularly impressive, and I feel like this will help. I'll leave Hippo toward the back for like a round or two. I'm gonna hold on to the garlic because it is probably good enough on the Hippo, and it will give him more health as long as Rabbit's out. Can we find another Rabbit, by the way? Can we get a duplicate of any unit we've ever had on our team ever in our whole lives? Like, at any point? Oh, Mosquito, I guess that technically counts. Thank you for being extremely pedantic, randomized number generator. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much where we're at. Now, there is a question of, like, do I put the Hippo in front of Giraffe to start scaling that towards the end game? And honestly, that is, yeah, probably. Probably should do that. Probably should do that. I'm mostly happy with this arrangement, as much as I can be happy with whatever is happening. But we'll go with that. This feels like I don't win this a little bit at all. There's that hypothetical seal. Not sure about that though. I want this Hippo. I want this garlic. I guess I can freeze the seal and roll. I don't want to freeze the salad. Night, Neko. Thanks for hanging out as long as you have, especially with no video. Our secret Squirtle is behind. Yoda hiding with visible Squirtle. Got it. We're up to 5. I'd rather have chocolate to like actually level a thing up. Hey, chocolate and cow and second seal. Mammoth feels like no. I really don't need Badger like forever and ever. Next round, I probably sell either hypothetically. Next round, I probably either sell Badger or Giraffe, buy Cow, and just pump Hippo as much as possible, and leave my medium guys back there. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to keep Seal. I think not, because I really want to focus food on the Hippo. Yeah, I think I just run it like this and probably die. I definitely lose this, right? Wow, they made that noise like way more upsetting. All right, we're super dead because just yeah, I don't. I think it's so important. I really think it's like super important to be able to like level up your pets to just like, because like here's the thing, right? Like the pets of a certain tier are relatively balanced against each other in terms of power level. And so, like, leveling up gives you a glimpse at a random pet from a higher tier, which means a potential to, like, escalate the power of your team. And more so, the earlier you get your strategy set in place, the more you can focus on doing that, and the less you have to, like, flounder around being like, I guess it helps to have like another +1/+1 on a mosquito or whatever. And so just like there's so many runs tonight where I just like could not find like duplicates of anything relevant at all, and like I I don't think that's the sole factor behind whether you win or lose, but it's such a potential power boost that like having no access to that I think is just really makes it difficult to succeed. But we got a win in there somewhere. And we had like a 9-win run as well. Like overall, I think we did pretty well. We definitely had like a 1-win run, but like I truthfully feel like there was some nonsense afoot here. Yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying Auto Pets. I didn't remember to talk at all about Pokemon, which I wanted to do. So I'm gonna hit people up on the Discord with some ideas about that so that I could try to set them up for tomorrow. But thanks to everybody for watching. There's still one unfinished order of business, of course, and that is to find the secret Squirtle. Somewhere on this couch behind me, I've hidden a secret Squirtle. To find said Squirtle is a sign of good luck in the week to come, which, frankly, I think we could all use. So I do encourage you to take a moment and consider where you think the Squirtle might be hiding, keeping in mind that the one hard and fast rule of this game is that if you can see a Squirtle, it's not a secret. I'm gonna drink some of this, the last gasp of this extremely dark juice apple for no reason. And see if anyone other than Neko has a guess that they would like to lodge. I don't think there were any earlier from anyone hopping off. It does feel like chat has quieted down. Perhaps not expecting me to do one more extremely bad run, but the joke's on them. I'll always do an extremely bad Super Auto Pets run. It's the only way to ever have good ones, is to lose several. Let's see if we can find it. And along the way, if I spot any other guesses, I'll bring them out as well. So, Neko's guess earlier had been behind this Squirtle and behind Baby Yoda. But that's no Squirtle. That's Laboon. Laboon. See a guess for below Eeyore. And this time around, sometimes I'll hide stuff behind this pillow. It's mostly decorative. But this time, nothing back there, I'm afraid. No, this time around, Secret Squirtle was hiding underneath Hushin the Gnarl, behind the big shelf of bread. That was the location of our Secret Squirtle. Any of you playing along on YouTube, enjoy your good luck if you happen to find the Squirtle. And if not, I wish you good luck from another source. I do, again, appreciate everybody watching. I hope you've enjoyed Super Auto Pets. I always do. As I said toward the start of the stream, it's a very fun and not stressful game, even when you hate it, which is some amount of the time. And we had some pretty bad luck here, I think. But, you know, game's all about making the best of what's given to you. I just wish it was fewer ducks and horses and just not at all anything useful to me. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for being you, and I hope to see you again soon. Tomorrow night we will start playing some Pokemon. Probably Shining Pearl or Brilliant Diamond. Most likely Pearl, but as we'll discuss, both are options on the table. Yeah, I will catch you here, whether live tomorrow for Pokemon or in the future for Super Auto Pets or some other thing. There's a reasonable chance we start playing a new game next Friday, but I've been looking for an opportunity to play more Auto Pets and thought it might be fun to stream. So, yeah, take care, everybody. Have a good night, and I will catch you when I catch you.